Nothing right. No, no. Alone in the city of stone. Hello, I see somebody's on here already. Listen. Oh, I used to know who did this song. I'm watching Good Girls. After this, I'm going to go back into the kitchen and clean some more. Hi, Glenda. Oh, hey, 2 more people already.
There you go.
Okay, so I use a couple of apps on my phone. One is I forget the exact name of it, but on Android you want to search for MB Mobile, EMBEE Mobile, and there's a couple little things, and basically you take surveys and they'll give you points to exchange for gift cards. So I do get a bunch of those, and so then what is it? Okay, this says it's a repellent. I missed that part. So so yeah, I get those saved up, and I've got yeah, that's the only one that I use strictly for gift cards. The other ones I use are they'll pay out in cash. So I get Amazon gift cards, and I had a few saved up. So I picked up this Sawyer Premium Insect Repellent, a treatment for clothing, gear, and tents. So this I have seen people highly recommend this for the bugs I've got. Yeah, Murnau's on the couch right now, and now he just jumped onto the floor. So I'm gonna treat everything in my closet with, actually both of my closets, with some of this. Just because I can't afford to launder literally everything. But just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna, well, it says to launder or dry clean all the clothes in both closets and then bag it all. So I figure, okay, I can bag it all, and hello. I am doing a whole lot of not much. I got an Amazon delivery to the lockers at Whole Foods on Washtenaw, and picked up some bug spray, and hello again, Alice. And I also figured I'd get something a little bit fun. I've got this puzzle sorter, and it says there is a free puzzle box stand inside. I don't know what they mean by that. So here we are, White Mountain Puzzles. For over 30 years, White Mountain Puzzles has been producing fun, unique, fully interlocking puzzles of the finest quality, proudly made in America. Today we have over 350 colorful images ranging from 1,000 pieces to 24 pieces for all ages. Okay, so yeah, this is just a bunch of sorter trays to, well, sort shit out. And it says there is a mystery puzzle inside, so that alone better make this all worth the $17. Because if it doesn't, then I'd be like, really? I could have paid $5 for this. Ooh. Scan to view over 300 of our puzzles. Okay, so they've got a QR code to try and sell me more crap. While I'm watching Good Girls. Ooh. Yep, it's just a series of boxes to sort everything out with.
You're so drunk. Lynn is so pumped. She's been waiting her whole life for this. Lower your voice.
I don't understand. Is this it?
Getting married. No, we're not.
Oh? I think this is the puzzle that they sent me.
I don't love you.
Yeah, it looks like it.
You're a terrible person. Well, don't say that.
Oh, we've got box images of vintage board games.
God, I hate you so much.
That's nice. That would actually go really nice with my kitchen.
When you say things like that, see, that's what gets me mad, okay? I want you to leave.
Yeah. Free puzzle box stand inside?
Where is this guy?
What do they mean by stand? I don't understand what they mean by a box stand. Well, whatever they mean by that, I'm not finding it. Well, whatever. Okay. Okay. Hi Tessa. Aussies must enjoy Ruin's vids. Yeah, I've noticed that. Richard Crows. I'm finishing up my shower for my photo shoot I'm forming today. Oh, nice. Isis, I wonder if that thing can sort me out. Who knows? Maybe it can. Tessa, I only found Ruin a week or so ago, and I do... Oh, thank you so much for enjoying my videos and streams. Yeah, I don't care about sitting at their table. Oh, hi, Amy! Well, thanks for thinking I'm funny in a good way. Glenda, I believe. Fun has some really good stories. Oh, thanks! I like to think I have some good stories, but I'm a really poor judge of that because Emerald. No, I'm not doing a puzzle tonight. I got this in the mail. It's a series of sorter trays with a puzzle that came with it. But I'm gonna put this away and finish cleaning up the kitchen after Good Girls is over. It's about halfway through, so I'll just like break down boxes and shit. Alice, about the Aussie monorail chick. I caught that she was sticking up for Kat Von D's anti-gay shit. Oh, that's lovely. I didn't know Kat Von D had done some anti-gay shit. That is, that's charming. Oh god, somebody responded in somebody's comments on somebody else's video, saying that, well, the first person was saying something really homophobic, to which I replied, look, if you're gonna be homophobic, if you really have any kind of issues with effeminate men, then what the hell are you doing in, watching goth videos on YouTube? And then somebody responded, if you think goth is, like, gay and effeminate, then you're really mistaken, bro. And I'm like, dude, what you're talking about? Like, hello, Roz Williams, anybody? Sean Brennan? So poor Turnus is trans. She's very open about that. Let's see, Andy Sex Gang? Like, seriously. Like, so many of the major and most formative musicians in goth are somehow LGBT or dress effeminately, so really, like, makes sense. She tries to be Cat-Von-D frightening. I can kind of see that. Hello and good morning to you too, Moonberry. Anti-vax, not gay. Okay. We need more fun stories about Detroit shenanigans. Goth is a gay thing, but it does have feminine things to it, such as makeup, fashion, other sorts. Oh yeah. Trying to think if I have any. I'm trying to think of any really good Detroit stories right now. My mind has been preoccupied this last couple of days because I don't know who all has seen the post to Reddit that I made about my ex, the one that took off back in August, early August. He left me a shit ton of bed bugs. They are his minions, and he is their leader. I have confirmed this through a couple of friends that they are his. And he tried to let one of his current roommates believe that they all came from my place, but that was nipped in the bud really quick by his third roommate. And the one that he tried lying to, she's really sick of his shit and has moved out already. So
we have a meat freezer. Well, that still makes sense.
So yeah, let's see. Tomorrow I gotta take in recycling, and then I am not in the mood for station stuff right now.
I think that's because, all the gases that get trapped inside.
So yeah, let's see. Tomorrow I take in recycling. I gotta let the cats run all over the place.
And he wouldn't fit.
Do we see his face? Look at him. Look at him.
What do you mean?
He's spying on us.
I mean, there was just, like, too much of him to... first.
Okay, maybe it isn't. Okay, OMG, he's huge. Are my worst fear.
Those electric knives like you use
I think auto incorrect got you there, Alice. But yeah, bed bugs. God damn it! Why did this? No, don't undo my TV show. God damn it! I used to work in property management, more common than you think. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're more common than a lot of people like to think about, but yeah, it's been confirmed that he is patient zero for where they come from. One of his ex-friends told me that every time he would follow a mutual friend of theirs back to her place, like she would have to like spray down wherever the hell he put his backpack because she would sometimes see bed bugs crawling out from under his backpack. And her apartment has been was treated for them before. So yeah, it's yeah, it is. So yeah, like they'd be crawling out from under his backpack while he's there, and she was being polite and not saying anything about it at the time, but she says, "Oh yeah, he's been covered in bug bites for the whole year before he moved in with you." And so now, like, his little story that he was giving me about the old place he was at, like, that is suddenly suspect. I suspect he was actually being kicked out. But that's another story for another time. But yeah, there's a Reddit post in the description box if anybody gets bored to tears enough to go read that. It's lovely. It's lovely. I've gone into so much detail on that there. It's if it wasn't for the fact that I like not being in jail, I would like grab my cane up into his nards next time I see him out on the streets. And oh my god. And it's like the most ridiculous thing too. Like every time we pass each other on the streets, he has to make this big show about how he's not paying attention to me. like the kind of shit that I probably wouldn't even notice him if he wasn't doing this to make a show out of not paying attention to you. I'm like, really? Really, hun? I probably wouldn't have even seen you if you hadn't decided to just like move your shoulder out of the way, like, getting onto the bus where I'm sitting, so nowhere near his shoulders. But suddenly, like, I see like this. Suddenly, I see him like pushing his shoulder out of the way. Like I'm sitting on the bus with my nose in a book. He gets on, sees me there, up, moves his shoulder out of the way. So now his backpack is in my face, like making this big ass show out of like not paying attention to me. Oh, I'm not looking at you. I don't even see you. I'm like, yeah, whatever, fucko. You're, oh god. Even for 22, he is so fucking immature. It's like, put that person on blast right away. Oh yeah, I'm sure you would have. I would not doubt it. But yeah, like, so when he comes and tells me, like, a couple months after he's moved in, he's like, hey, I think there's bed bugs here. So, and I know he picked this. I know he was being, like, devious about it because he picked, like, 2 weeks after I brought in an antique china cabinet. So he tries to put it off on the antique store, and, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I'm not saying anything to the antique store about it. I'm not, I did look over their Yelp and everything. So, like, there was no bad reviews of other people reporting bed bugs or anything. But I'm still, like, giving him the benefit of the doubt while he's trying to pawn it off on the antique shop. And it's like, I've been antiquing for 12 years. Or not 12 years. I've been antiquing since I was 12 years old. So I very seldom see them at antique shops and thrift stores. So yeah, I'm like, honey, yeah. Now it occurs to me that he was lying to my face the whole time. That occurred to me actually like a couple of months ago. But yeah, they've found their way into another unit in this building. So it is now out of my hands. They're actually like far more control than they have been lately. In fact, I was kind of hoping that I would be able to finally nip this problem in the bud. Finally, like maybe later this month or next month, but no, yeah, they found their way into another unit. So Wednesday, there's an exterminator coming by, and I cannot afford to board the cats for the day like I really ought to. So and while I do have a GoFundMe going for the exterminator, oh yeah, this has to come out of my pocket too, the exterminator. So yeah, so the exterminator has to come out of my money for some reason. Probably due to some kind of local technicality with the ordinances and shit. So yeah, I cannot afford to board the cats. On the good side, I do have 3 cat carriers. On the downside, I don't even really have any local friends who are able to do this on such short notice. Believe me, I have asked around. I can't afford to board them for the day. So they get to come out with me busking in downtown Ann Arbor. I have a harness and lead for all 3 of them. They are not fans of this, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. So tomorrow, my schedule is taking the recycling. Then I'm going to go take in some bottle returns that I can stand to do just for a little bit of extra cash. Then, let's see, stop at Petco or PetSmart, whichever one is easier to get in and out of, based on what I'm doing. So let's see. Then I'm going to go, actually, like, I'm going to take the 5 up. Yeah, it's a PetSmart. Is the first one there. I'm going to get a disposable litter pen so that if it looks like one of them needs to get out of their carrier and go use the box, I'm just going to clip the lead onto their harness, and then what? And then I'm going to take them over. So I've got a friend's shop in downtown Ann Arbor that I'm going to go out busking in front of on Wednesday with my accordion. And then what happens? So I'm going to take the cats with me. I've got a little bucket that I take out busking with me and all that. So, there's my shows. Okay. So, I don't know if anybody on right now is in the downtown Ann Arbor area or the greater Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti area. I'm going to be out in front of Ideal Piercing on Liberty Street on Wednesday. A real scorcher. Probably as early as I can do it. So yeah, tomorrow, taking the recycling, go check the mail, drop off the bills, drop off 2 packages that I've got that need to go out. One purchase was made on Friday, I believe, Friday in the early AM hours. Ideally, it would have gone out today, but I had a doctor's appointment, and I can never, I'm never sure when I'm getting out of there, so I figured, you know what, I'll just do the packages on Tuesday instead of my usual Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I'm gonna, oh, right, I really should put together packages tonight, too, so, okay, show, gonna do some work in the kitchen, no, show, buttons, then kitchen, oh, wait, where's my tablet?
Jeff, you can start we have a freezer.
Ha ha ha. Okay.
Well, that still makes sense. Yeah, except he just got so bloated.
I'm out of ginger ale.
Because, all the gases that get trapped inside. So, and he wouldn't fit. What do you mean? I mean, there was just, too much of him to... at first. those electric knives, like you use it like at Thanksgiving. Mommy, we're hungry. Hey, who wants waffles?
Oh yeah, yeah. I hope that the issue with the exterminator can. I know. Dang it. So the thing with the exterminator on Wednesday, they're going to so they're going to spray down everything they can get to. So like they said, ideally they want me to pull the furniture about 18 inches from the wall. I don't think I can do that. I can bring the couch onto its side, but other than that, I'm like, I don't even. Oh shit! I don't think I can do that with the bookcases. But depending on their equipment, they should be able to get some stuff in behind the bookcases. I hope. So yeah, the Wednesday. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to be out of here. So I'm gonna have to keep the cats out between 6 and 8 hours. So I'm gonna talk to them before they come and spray everything. And the thing I was given, the sheet, I put it somewhere. I'll find it. So so yeah, I have to basically come back in 2 hours before. So I have to be out whatever, like 4 hours, 6 hours, I don't know. Then come back 2 hours. Then come back. Open up the windows, let everything air out for 2 hours, and then I can bring the cats back in. So that is my full day Wednesday. So yeah, tomorrow, recycling, post office, PetSmart, get a disposable litter pan, then to Kroger to return any of the deposits that I've got on soda bottles and cans and shit. And then I need to go to Home Depot and get a couple of bungee straps because cats. Because everything that I have brought maximum with me during the day. 2 cats. 2 cats I can carry on my own without assistance. Unfortunately, I have 3 cats. So, and because Phoebe's carrier is hard shell, like I can't strap that around me. Like, so ideally, I would have a soft shell carrier for Phoebe with one long strap on it that I could like put across my body like this way. And Murnau's carrier is backpack style. It's adorable. It's one of those little space bubble ones. And Nigel's has wheels and a little telescopic handle thing because this cat is enormous. I know you don't often see Nigel on camera during live streams or even in my videos, but Nigel is huge. Like his groomer has joked about him being my illegal panther cub. So this cat is huge. This cat is huge. So he has a carrier designed for small dogs, like not like toy size breeds like a Chihuahua or something. I'm talking like let's see. His carrier is it says it can support weight between 16 and 30 pounds. Nigel is about 15 and a half pounds. So yeah, Nigel's about 15 and a half pounds. He is a big boy. And I got the next one up rather than thinking, okay, well, maybe a 15-pounder, maybe the one for up to 15 pounds, because he's so tall and long. I was like, let's just have him comfortable in this. Plus there's a possibility he could put on a little bit of weight and still be healthy. Oh, God. Yeah. Just be careful and read the description of what you're looking at. Oh, God. I actually can't stand Wish. I have been hosed by things on Wish exactly twice, and it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. fool me 3 times, clearly I have more dollars than cents, which is not the case. So, okay, this is the singing bowl that I got from Crazy Wisdom. This one was $36. And it makes a lovely sound, and it's got that nice little resonance to it. This is a $5 singing bowl that I got off of Wish. Okay, what the hell? I swear it doesn't sound like this usually. So what the hell? Is it because of this thing? Huh, maybe it is because of this thing. I don't know. But it's like, I don't know. It just... Huh. This is the first time this has happened with this thing. I don't know what the hell I'm doing differently. But, okay. But it came with this, which obviously muffles the bell sound, so... I don't know. Do I trust keeping it? Oh, I'll think of something. I mean, it's cute to display it on, but it makes no ring when it's sitting on that thing, so... I need to take a photo of you and the kitties all loaded up. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. I definitely... Yeah, I'm... Oh, that's Murnau. He's allergic to dust. And with me picking up, it's been disrupting the dust. Hold on, Cat, where are the eye drops? I confirmed with his vet that he can have some of my eye drops when he's having allergy attacks. Because, well... my vet's at the Humane Society, and they have a low-cost vet clinic, and it's like literally the only vet clinic in the area that'll do payment plans for low-income people like myself. And so they get donations of various medications, some that were like prescribed to peoples, but they can also use them for dogs or cats. And so they said that they actually do sometimes give Optivar eye solution, the antihistamine eye solution to animals who have allergies. So he's going to be very upset with me for a little bit, but I usually give him 1 eye drop a day just because he's so small in one eye, whereas for myself, it's recommended 1 drop in each eye twice a day. So he gets 1 drop once a day in one eye. So he's going to be a little upset with me for a bit. So, oh, there we go. There we go, love. Okay. Are you going to forgive me? I know. I know. Yeah, he's going to go pout for about a minute. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's gorgeous. Just he's got a dust allergy. We're pretty sure it's dust anyway. There's nothing else it really could be, especially now with the doors closed, and so no pollen is really getting in. Try a little bit of colloidal silver in an eyedropper. I use it on... Well, see, the reason that he and I are sharing an eye medication, so first off, like I said, the vet says that they use the Optivar eye solution for dogs and cats sometimes who have environmental allergies like he's got, so like dust would count as an environmental allergy rather than a food allergy. So they use this on cats as small as him sometimes. It's just, like I said, I even thought like maybe just 1 drop in one eye once a day, and they said, yeah, that's about what we do for someone his size. And 2, unlike colloidal silver, which I would have to pay for out of pocket, the entire cost of, with my Medicare, This eye solution for myself, my allergy eye drops. The copay is about $3, and colloidal silver, that would be like what, $15, $20, depending on the size of the bottle, plus buying the eyedropper. So it's like this is cheap enough, and I can both share it. It, I mean, yeah, it's under Medicare, which is why it's so cheap for me, but yeah, so it's like basically it's more cost effective to do this than any of the other kind of remedy things that people suggest. So yeah, like it's about, like I said, I've been disrupting the dust this last couple of days, picking up, and that stage when you're picking up and suddenly things like look worse than they were when you started. That's about where I'm at right now. So I've got tonight and tomorrow, like pretty much tomorrow, I'm doing all of the laundry that I need to, including the sheets. I don't even think I will. Tonight the plan is, let's see, after I put the packages together for the art fire orders that I've got, I'm gonna finish up in the kitchen. If I do manage to finish up in the kitchen sooner than I expected, I will get a start on the bathroom. If I somehow finish up in the bathroom, then I get a start in my bedroom-like area. It's an efficiency apartment, so like there's a wall that is kind of floating, like it doesn't have corners on this wall. It's just like two completely open doorways, but no doors, that separates out my twin bed and my computer desk from the living room type area. So that's yeah. And I'm gonna finish up in here tomorrow after everything else is done. Might as well save the most obnoxious for last.
What are you even talking about?
Oh, thank you. Moonberry says, I love watching how lovingly you're treating your cats. Mine died 2 years. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm not sure if I can handle a loss at this time of my life, but I'd love one sometime.
She's going down. We are going down.
Neutered male cat I've owned ends up with Ooh, it's flipping expensive. Yeah. Yeah, my cat, Mr. Midnight, he's the one whose ashes are up on the wall over my television. Granted, he's a cat, so ideally I should put his ashes in front of the television, but yeah, he had kidney failure about 2 years ago this month, and that's about when he died. And yeah, I adopted Murnau the following October, just because I was like, well, I was thinking I could probably handle another cat again, because I had surgery the following May after Mr. Midnight died. So I had about 10 weeks where I really should not have done even half as much as I was doing, but but I did it anyway because I live by myself with 3 cats, and the cats aren't about to go and get shit at the grocery store for me, are they? No. But then what happened? So, but yeah, at about the 6-month mark after Mr. Midnight died, Nigel started trying to get Phoebe to wrestle with him again. She likes to play with him. She likes to chase and be chased, but Nigel likes to take the chasing and escalate it into wrestling, and that's when Phoebe's done. Phoebe does not wrestle. Like, most of the female cats I've had do not wrestle. Or I guess lived with, because Chunk is the first one I've known. She's the first female cat I've known who, and that's my friend Scott's cat. She's the first female cat I've known who does wrestle. So, we also used to joke that Chunk was a lesbian, because she went in a heat all of once before she got fixed, and then my cat at the time was Vermin, and Vermin was also female. And so when Chunk wasn't trying to rub herself off on somebody's shoes when she was in heat, she was like sticking her junk up in Vermin's face. Vermin, the female cat, she's trying to stick it up in Vermin's face, and Vermin is giving us this looks like, what is she supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? I don't know what to do. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, she was completely ignoring Scott's other cat, Bob, who was male. I mean, he was also fixed, but he was male. No, she's trying to get Vermin to take care of it. The other female cat in the house. Which is just hilarious to me. We're just like, oh, Chunk's a lesbian. And, Chunk also wrestles. So, like, not only is Chunk a lesbian, Chunk is a butch lesbian.
You okay? Long day. Alive, I'll lose a finger.
There, I guess the tubal vasectomy litigations now. Okay.
What's she doing in there?
My dad's cat I inherited died of kidney failure. Oh, that's so sad. Oh my gosh, I'm not in the mood for station nonsense right now. Tessa, I can't bear to think about my kitties passing over. My last kitty I lost was 21. Oh, yeah, Bob, Scott's old cat Bob died at the age of 20 back in, December of 2012. In fact, like, it was around the time of the end of the Mayan calendar, which is actually the calendar cycle, so that long-term cycle starts again with their calendar.
Right.
And
How's work?
that Bob died around that time, so Scott and I were joking that the Mayans foretold the end of Bob. Bob is one of those cats that his old college roommates and post-college roommates still tell stories about at party. This cat was hilarious.
Suddenly passed away, so.
Moonberry says it was very nice to leave. Oh, well, take care, Moonberry. Have a great day, evening, whatever it is for you.
I love her.
Tessa, are you laughing at the fact that that Scott's cat Chunk was a butch lesbian? Because that's hilarious.
Hey, Sis. Sleepover.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chunk is kind of hilarious, too. Scott just has this weird luck with these weird cats.
Can we turn something on?
With our thinly shaved beef carpaccio. That's zesty ragu, made from our fresh ground chuck, butchered in-house.
I wonder who one of the sponsors for this TV show is. It's just cream for my psoriasis.
Try and look with your legs.
I don't know if anybody in the live chat has seen this show. I believe it would be an NBC. I think. Okay, I think that's the NBC Peacock in the corner. I can't read the TV from this distance. Like, I can see enough to
No, I don't want to ask.
to identify the actors and everything, but it's like
Those strong sauce arms.
it's like, don't ask me to read anything.
I'm telling you, I can't.
Look here. When
It's
is tomorrow?
Trash day.
So when do we have to do this?
one of the starring characters is played by Christina Hendricks, who was on Mad Men, and I would kind of describe this as kind of like a Breaking Bad centered around women, though. Not exactly like Breaking Bad, I would say, but it's got a similar premise. It's about three women who are all friends. Actually, two of them are sisters, but they're all friends with each other. And they all have these desperate situations that need money. So they decide that they're going to hold up the grocery store where one of them works at. But then she actually gets identified, even though with the masks and everything, she's like identified by a tattoo. So so the manager of the grocery store decides to blackmail her, and they are at least now carrying what they believe to be his body. Like, we haven't seen to confirm this, but so yeah, they believe that this is his body after his fiance possibly accidentally murdered him. And so yeah, one of them needed money to retain at least shared custody of her daughter. One needed the extra money to because her husband gambled away the mortgage or something. I don't know. That was first season, and that was like so long ago, and so much has happened since. And the third needed money for her sick daughter. But when in the course of blackmailing or being blackmailed by the manager of the grocery store, they also discovered that the grocery store was kind of a front for money laundering through no, not money laundering, but counterfeit. Yeah, no, that was also money laundering too. So yeah, it was like kind of this front for counterfeit and money laundering through a local gang who they're now involved with. So, like I said, it's kind of got some, I would say, is like, you know, like Breaking Bad with girl power, I guess, because they're all in desperate situations where they're in need of like a shit ton of money all of a sudden, and they start, and so like they get involved in what they initially planned to be like a temporary thing, and now they're all tangled up in it. So but they also they also throw in a lot of comic relief. I haven't actually seen Breaking Bad yet. I don't want Hal, Bryan Cranston. Oh my gosh, I watched the entire run of Malcolm in the Middle when it was first on, and there's so much of that is relatable to all of the writers. Definitely had at least 2 siblings each. That's what I gotta say about that, because I have, let's see, counting step siblings, I am number let's see, in order of age, that would be my half sister Nick Marie on my mother's side, then my stepbrother James, then my half sister Ruby on my dad's side, then my stepbrother Matt, then me, so I would be number 5, and then my younger sister Molly. So yeah, I'm number 5 out of 6, and there are 5 on Malcolm in the Middle, so I'm just like, this is absolutely true to life. Absolutely 100%, like only turned up a little bit for comedy with the way they've got the siblings all the brothers on that show interacting with each other. It is so true to life on so many levels. Hi! Do you forgive me for giving you your eye drop? I know. 1 eye drop in 1 eye once a day. It's torture, but it's because I love ya. And I don't want you having all your sneezing fits all the time. Like, there have been times where he's had sneezing fits, and then, like, I can see the booger hanging out of his nose, just, like, out of that one nostril. It's, like, kind of still, but it's still kind of half in there. And I go to pick it out, but he won't let me pick it out. Like, like, even if I put down the tissue and go with just my fingernail, which I know is gross, but I'm like, maybe he's a little nervous because it's a tissue and I'm putting it up on his face. But no, even if I'm just going with a fingernail to get it to just like pick it out, like he won't let me. He won't let me take his boogers. I'm like, okay, keep your boogers all you like, cat. Right? Yes, they're yours and you made them. He's so cute. You're so fucking cute. You do know that I should take this tail away until you know how to use it responsibly.
My soul.
Alright, you're so sweet.
I have time to please myself. I have to please others.
Oh god, hold on. Get my arm together. You got it. My arm.
Hi. Please don't lick that arm. It's covered in psoriasis cream.
Dinosaurs.
He just plopped down on my lap.
Triceratops.
He's no longer standing. He's just kind of like plop. He just slid right down. It's adorable.
Jenny too, right?
Oh, you're so cute. Did anybody see where I put my tablet down at? Because I was going to look up orders that I got to fill the boxes for. Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay, remote is here. Oh. So this little felt doll was made by my friend Danae. And yeah, they do these little felt dolls. They do these little felt dolls. I believe they have an Etsy shop. I don't remember what it's called. Crap. I will find it. I will find the Etsy shop and post it to Twitter. So after Mr. Midnight died, oh my gosh, she had a cat. She had another pet of her own who died around the same time too. So she made me this little Mr. Midnight doll. You know, I was thinking of like putting him up on a shelf, like direct across from his ashes. But for right now, he sits on the chair with me, on this arm of the chair, right?
We can't just leave it. But don't track it to the body.
You know, like other YouTube people talk about you in their own videos. Gothic Soulflower did a live stream yesterday afternoon, and you know, I came up in the chat and she's mentioning Murnau and his tail and how he's so attention starved when I'm doing videos, and he's just like, "Pay attention to me!"
Boys, will you cut it out? Hey!
Right?
You know, someone's going to arrest you if you keep doing that. You're not supposed to.
Boys,
Hi!
boys. Or I could rustle up a public disobedience charge if that'll help.
Hi, sorry. I didn't want to bother you. I didn't. Boys, will you sit down, okay? Go sit down. I didn't know who else I could
What's he
talk to.
doing?
What's going on?
I still call him Kitten, even though he's almost 2 years old.
Where's that?
Don't I?
I think something bad happened.
Because he's the young one.
Let's talk to my office.
The other two are both about
Boys,
7,
follow
and
the
he's
next man in
going to be
your
2
class, okay?
next
Don't
month.
touch anything while you're in there.
Estimated thereabouts.
Thank you.
Like, I know they didn't have his exact age on the little thing, because it was the same thing, but it was counted in weeks, and it was at least the same thing for 2 weeks. So I know he was about 6 months old when I adopted him, so. But since they were counting his age in weeks, I figured they were probably closer, but like I said, it was the same one 2 weeks in a row, so.
Don't. Annie?
His birthday might have been early April, might have been very late March, so. Right? Right.
What time are you coming tonight, honey?
Kitty.
I need to know when to put the roast in the oven. Oh, you're really gonna tease me. I mean, guess what I forgot to pick up? The roast! Don't worry about dinner. You're probably out having a good time. I hope you're wearing some of that nice cologne we bought.
Stop.
Well, I'm turning in. I'm sure I'll hear from you tomorrow. You be a good boy. If you would just give me a quick ring when you get in, even if it's late. It's a fun
sleep.
Oh, I guess that was indeed his body, because I don't know why his fiance would have put his phone on some random body. I mean, it's been hinted that she's a little unhinged, but I don't think she's that unhinged, so. Hi. Oh, I see it. I see the tablet. Hi, you goofy cat. Why, hello.
It's too easy.
Oh.
Blended to the gray.
Hi. He's purring so loudly right now.
So high, so high.
Hi.
It's too easy. Sorry to take you. Walk away. It's not your fault.
Silly. Hi.
How late did you work? I did something really bad. Hey. What'd you do? I took a payday loan. I used your check as collateral and forged your name. What? Insurance was taking forever. I had bills. I don't know. I just walked in. All right. It's okay. It's no biggie. We'll figure it out. Morning. Morning.
What's the worst thing you've ever done?
What?
Like, the worst. Like, the all-time worst possible thing.
It's kind of early.
Come on, Sadie.
I cheated on an English test.
How do you even do that?
We had to write original poems, and I couldn't come up with anything good, so I just used Miley Cyrus.
What song?
Wrecking Ball.
It's a great song.
Am I in trouble now?
I mean, yeah, maybe.
But you asked.
All right. Make a deal. You're off the hook if you swear to cap it right.
What do you mean?
Promise me that you won't ever, ever do anything worse than that. Okay?
Okay.
No, Sadie, I mean it. Look me in the eyes and promise me right now.
Promise. Can I go shower? I have school.
Yeah, go. Okay, bye.
Good match, Counselor.
Our key witness missed the deposition again.
See? You worry too much.
Anything I need to know?
Nope.
Client attorney privilege.
All good.
Are you being careful?
Always.
Did you go for a run?
If by run you mean a sad old man shuffle, then yes.
Good for you.
PT's starting to pay off.
I found
There
a
we go.
therapist.
That's what I'm looking for.
So you couldn't afford it.
He's a grad student at Wayne State. They can is cheap.
How soon can he start?
I think this week.
Oh, that's
Okay,
right.
you feel safe again.
This
Me
this
too.
show takes place in
Hey, what do you think about
somewhere southeast
Arbor?
Michigan, greater Detroit area. They just mentioned Wayne State
Badass,
University.
Fighting style. My PT guy says it'll make him feel more in control.
Oh shit. That guy playing her husband.
Yeah, sure.
What the hell? What the hell else have I seen him in? I've seen him in something else.
You okay?
Yeah, I just had too much coffee.
Slow down, Tiger. I'm going to go do abs.
Cat, what did you do with my scrap paper? The scrap paper that I write down orders on. I would say this too. I would ask him that even if the camera wasn't on. I do it all day. And I blame the cats for various crap and nonsense. Like if there's a shoe upside down in the middle of the floor and I know I did it, I'll still blame the cats. Like, ask them what they're doing this for. Why are they trying to drive me insane? Is the waffle iron somewhere? I didn't think I put it. Is this waffle iron not where I usually put it, but somewhere else that I put it because I needed space that day? Blame the cats. It's just like, what else do I have cats for, right? Oh, yeah. Murnau has a thing for safety pins lately. He likes to pull them off of my bags and my jackets, and he will sit there just like working on safety pins until he pulls them out. And after he's pulled them out, he likes to yes, slurp, slurp, I see you. You're not supposed to be eating on safety pins. No, you're not. No safety pins for the little noodle. I love you, though. I do. Did you know that? Oh, all right. Okay. So, hi. Yes, everybody's tuned in to watch Murnau. Everybody, it's the Murnau Show. It's Murnau's show. It's Channel Cat. Channel Cat Butt. Yep. Cat butt. Oh, thank you. Yes, I haven't seen your anus nearly enough today. Clearly, that is what it was wrong with today the whole time. I've not seen nearly enough cat anus. Seriously? Why are you doing this? Try. Hi. Yes, I see you, cat. Oh my gosh. Why haven't you found my scrap paper yet? Okay. I'm pretty sure I last saw it this morning when I was putting my pill pods together. No, that's the envelope for the thing, and that's beef jerky, and that's my checkbook. And there's nothing there. So let's inspect the shopping bag. No, of course it's not in here. That might make some kind of sense, so... Okay. Seriously? This is what I do today, huh? Okay. I'm going to assume that's a Q. Okay. So... Please load up my playlist of videos. That would be really nice for me. No, that's subscription queue. I want to give this one my undivided attention, so... Why is it making sounds? It doesn't usually make sounds.
You need to hire great people. We make it possible. Indeed works to simplify your hiring process.
Yes,
We
skip
give you
ad.
access to a large...
No, I want to give this one my undivided attention later, so let's play this one. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Checkbook go there. And... Wait, no, that's not it. I have a stack of scrap paper that I use to write out order slips because I have not had a working printer in about 2 years, so... And because I've not had a working printer in 2 years, I write out all my order invoices by hand. Now, when I say I haven't had a working printer in about 2 years, I mean more specifically that... Okay, nothing spilled. I mean more specifically that I have not been able to afford the ink cartridges for my printer in about 2 years. In theory, I probably could have afforded them this whole time, but the other things took priority, so $40 for packet of ink cartridges. I think it's closer to 50, actually. So for a packet of all 4 of them, between $40 and $50. But then, like, things like cat food takes precedent. And when I can, you know, just like transfer the what's it called, the files to print out sheets for button orders, or like sheets for buttons of the designs. Is there one right here? No. So I can print out the sheets of button designs so that I can, you know, have more stock to complete orders and all of that at Office Depot at the Arbor Center for about, I want to say it's about 69 cents a page in color on just regular paper. That is a lot cheaper in one go than new printer ink. Let's see. I've got scrap paper. Okay. Well, this can go in the kitchen. So I was actually wondering what to do with these boxes of the ones I've already completed. I might want to move these somewhere else because they're starting to sag a little bit on the big pile of junk in front of the things here. That's not a permanent spot for them. So I was wondering what to do with the boxes. So I've got my embroidery stuff in these now. So, yeah, big box of embroidery flosses. So. If I couldn't think of anything to do with them, like, right away, I'd probably just take them to the recycling. But since I had an idea, might as well do it. Hashtag zero waste. Okay. Okay, you know what? I cannot find the scrap paper, so even though I need to put them in a bubble mailer for first class small package rate so that they have so that the that's fun. My little easel thing broke. Can I still make it work? Oh, I can. Okay. Mostly, sort of. Yay. Okay. So I use first class package rates so that they have tracking numbers. Where did my pen go? Right here.
From the Red Robin Kitchens, destined to be a breakout burger, the Unscheduled.
Oh, that's why I usually
the first in our limited edition
set it from the
Burger
phone.
Masters
So,
series.
I basically like reuse bubble mailers from other packages to
November 1918,
bubble mailers for my button orders.
Day of the 11th month, an armistice took effect that ended the fighting of World War I in the air, land, and the sea. Finally, the war was over. It had taken the lives of millions and maimed millions more. While Germany and its allies stopped fighting, there was not total peace.
So I've got these long legal size envelopes. So I'm just going to write the invoice on these envelopes and put the buttons inside, and then wrap it up in bubble mailer, like this here, only not covered in barcodes. So you know, I don't have to sit there pasting paper all over it to make it usable.
While officially invading Russia to protect Allied war material, Canadian
now I still need to find some scrap paper so that I can do what? What am I doing? Oh right, making address labels for the bubble mailers made out of reused bubble mailer.
For example, the Japanese wanted to expand their empire and influence into Russian Siberia. The Americans wanted to check Japanese expansion while everyone was supporting their...
I know some people send out buttons like what are the... I found a couple others today.
The Allies pulled out of Russia in 1920, although
where the hell? They were right here.
Until 1922. Number 9, Iraqi revolt against the British.
Oh, what the hell ever.
Promised the Arabs that if they helped overthrow the Turks, they would get to determine their own destiny. They helped the Allies do exactly that, but were betrayed when the French and British carved up the Arab world between them. One of the new nations created by the British imperialists was the Mandate of what would become Iraq. Seeing that they were ruled by puppet regimes,
like this one,
again, this time
I know some people just put these in letter envelopes, but when you do that, you well, first off, you really should use extra postage more often than not. So, like, you still need to use extra postage, and then like, you know, there's like a higher risk of these just like splitting or something in the various postal sorting machines and all of that. So I was like, you know, it's safer and easier, and plus you get what's it called, tracking number with the orders when you send them first class package rate, but that does involve a little bit more packaging. So still though, it's like
before it was dismembered in the 18th century by the Russian, German, and Austrian empires. World War I saw all three in various forms of defeat, allowing Poland to emerge from their ashes. Quick to assert itself between 1918 and 1921, the Second Polish Republic went to war more than 6 times with all of its neighbors. As the Soviets retreated from South Russia, it created a power vacuum, and just before World War I ended, a newly created state, the Western Ukrainian People's Republic, WUPR, declared its existence, as well as another Ukrainian-German puppet regime further east. Poland saw these threats, and the newly restored Polish state quickly invaded, wanting these lands for their new country. When WUPR crumbled, Poland attacked Ukraine proper. The Poles won a quick victory as independent Ukraine quickly crumbled. In addition to the Polish army, the Ukraine faced internal strife as well as Soviet attacks. By 1921, the Red Army controlled what remained of Ukraine, and it became a Soviet republic in the USSR in 1922. Number 7, Armenia versus Azerbaijan and Turkey, Georgia, and Soviets. Mostly under control of the Turkish Ottoman Empire, Armenia and its people endured one of the first modern genocides when, during World War I, the Turks killed 1.5 million Armenians. As the war ended, the two empires that controlled the historical region of Armenia retreated. To the west, the Turkish Empire collapsed, and to the east, the Russian Empire slipped into civil war. As the Soviets left the area, Armenia and the neighboring region of Azerbaijan decided to settle some ancient feuds. In 1918, this would set the stage for the Armenia-Azerbaijani War that is still simmering 100 years later. In December of 1918, Armenia also fought a short battle, the Georgian-Armenian War, with its its northern neighbor Georgia. During this time, Armenia became a cause célèbre and became an American mandate. While the world decided how to help Armenia, a revolution in Turkey saw the rise of nationalists who overthrew Ottoman control and launched a vicious military campaign against Armenia. Exhausted from years of fighting, the surviving Armenian forces, demoralized from their defeat at the hands of the Turks, they were no match against the Soviet forces, who eventually crushed the Armenians and merged them into the Transcaucasian Socialist Federative Soviet Republic. Along with Soviet Russia, Soviet Ukraine, and Soviet Byelorussian, it was one of the 4 republics that became the Soviet Union in 1922. Number 6, Baltic states. With Russia in the throes of revolution, the Baltic states of Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania saw their chance to declare independence. Once Germany was defeated, however, the new Soviet regime sought to establish control over its former Russian provinces. With the help of anti-communist forces and the powerful British Royal Navy, the 3 were able to fight off the Soviets and maintain their freedom.
I store all of my
Soviets never
invoices
forgot,
and important
during the
information
Second
by
World War, they
Drive.
seized the 3 states. They remained under Soviet control until the fall of the USSR in the 1990s. Number 5, Turkish War of
Content.
Independence.
What?
The Ottoman Empire was
Hun,
once viewed as the
if you
greatest
want me
threat
to,
European
like, absolutely do
civilization.
something
By the
right now, this
1900s,
very minute, while I'm
Sicily
waiting for shit to
sick
load,
of Europe.
like,
During
keep
World
in
War
mind,
I,
Andy
we saw some
Warhol,
victories, but by the
like,
end of the
made
war,
films
they faced
of
total defeat
that
and
were 8
surrender.
hours
The
long, just
Allies suffered
watching
like vultures
his
and
friends
cut off
sleep.
most of the Ottoman
Okay,
Empire
like,
between them, leaving
seriously.
a small, rough state. Turkish nationalists, led by Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, rallied
I don't
against the
absolutely
Turkish
have to be
Revolution
doing
in order.
something
The British
all the
and the French were
time.
alarmed by this new Turkish threat and
The world is
armed
full
the
of weird
greatest
people who like
proxy
weird
army was
things.
Kemal. Initially, they were successful, regaining most of Western
Yeah,
Turkey.
I
but
can't
hadn't
read that
been
from
under
here.
Greek control for thousands of years. The Turks regrouped, made allegiances with the
Most
Soviets, and
active
fought off the
channel
French
on
by backing their
YouTube.
control over Syria.
No,
Isolated
it's
with
a
the British
compliment.
back, the Greeks were forced
Okay.
out of Turkey, and Kemal ripped up the World War I surrender
Okay.
and signed the new Treaty of Lausanne on July 23rd, 1923, establishing Turkey's modern borders. In October of that same
Okay,
year, the
so let's
Republic of
see.
Turkey was declared. The last Sultan, Ahmed VI, had already left the capital on November the 17th, 1922. Under Ottoman control, the region had a long history of Greek and Turkish settlements and migration. Due to years of war, the new nations of Turkey and Greece decided to push for a purer ethnic makeup. So in the 1923 treaty that the war, there was a provision for population exchange. 1.2 million Greeks from Kemal's new Turkey moved to Greece, while 355,000 Muslims moved from Greece to Turkey. Number 4, German Revolution of 1918 to 1919. In Russia, a revolution overthrew the Russian Tsar, and then Lenin and his communists seized control. After Germany's World War I defeat, there was also a revolution that overthrew the Kaiser, the Revolution of 1918. The communists hoped to duplicate the communist success in Russia with an uprising in Germany. Led by Karl Liebknecht and Rosa Luxemburg, they called themselves Spartakists, after Spartacus, the legendary leader of the famous slave rebellion in the ancient Roman Republic. The uprising started on January the 4th, 1918, and was initially backed by a general strike with hundreds of thousands of participants. The revolution soon became bogged down with infighting, and most people simply went home. While the Spartakists bickered, the German government, controlled by the moderate Social Democratic Party of Germany, the SPD, they recruited ex-soldiers into a militant strike group called Freikorps. On January the 6th, the SPD unleashed them on the Spartakists and easily defeated them. The revolt was considered over when their leaders were arrested and beaten to death on January the 15th. The SPD continued to exist until it was banned by Hitler. After the war, it returned and is still involved in German elections today, winning 153 seats in the 2017 election. It's the biggest second party behind Angela Merkel's. Number 3, Polish-Czechoslovak border conflicts. Several new nations emerged after World War I, and some of them struggled with each other over border disagreements. Some solved their problems diplomatically, while others, like Poland and Czechoslovakia, sent their new armies to spill blood. As Poland and Czechoslovakia emerged from the Austro-Hungarian Empire, they both wanted the area of Silesia. It was highly valued by both countries due to rich coal deposits and an important railway line which linked Czech lands with Slovak ones. The resulting war lasted 7 days before other nations pressured an end to the fighting while allowing Czechoslovakia to annex more lands, much to the chagrin of Poland. Decades later, as the Nazis swallowed up Czechoslovakia, Poland too took it upon itself to kick the Czech nation while it was down and annexed parts of Czechoslovakia with Hitler. Number 2, Irish War of Independence. During World War II, the Irish infamously started an uprising, the Easter Rebellion, in order to overthrow British rule. It lasted 5 days from April the 24th to April the 29th, 1916. Even though the British were deeply invested in the trenches of the Western Front, they were able to divert enough soldiers to quickly crush it. The uprising and resulting crackdown by British forces awakened the Irish nation, setting the stage for the Irish War of Independence. The Easter Rebellion taught the Irish that they couldn't fight the British in a conventional war, so they sparked a guerrilla uprising from 1919 to 1921. Through raids, bombings, and targeted assassinations, they were able to force the British Empire to the negotiating table that eventually saw the creation of a self-governing Irish state. Northern Ireland was not included in the new Irish state, which sparked continued Irish warfare decades later. Number 1, Polish-Soviet War. Poland saw conflict with all of its neighbours, but of these wars, none was as serious as the battle between it and communist Russia, the Polish-Soviet War. As communist forces emerged victorious in the Russian Civil War, they sought to regain regions once controlled by Imperial Russia. At the same time, Poland looked to extend its influence and territory, also wanting to set up a friendly anti-communist Ukrainian state. The two forces slammed into each other, and Lenin's Soviets were initially able to push Poland and their white Russian allies all the way to Poland's
So one of these orders that I'm going to be putting together in a bit is from one of my other YouTube buddies. Her channel is Sideshow Tink, and I'm doing a graph on CM. Oh, nice. Let's see. Lady Amara's, I'm doing a tedious assignment, so live videos keep me sane. Nice. Alice Dark, I like to shoot the shit, lol. Nice. We've got some same. I keep telling myself it's worth it. Oh, yeah. I mean, lately, I call it a good month with the shop. If I can break even on the Artfire shop fees and then have a little bit, like if I can break even plus $5. And here's the thing that I really love about Artfire is it's a flat rate, like shop fees in general, like it's just a complete flat rate. So I'm at the shop size up to 1,000 items. I've got almost 900 button designs on there now. So,
This video is sponsored by
and I have like over 900 button designs completely. So there's button designs I don't even have up on there just yet, but I should soon. So, so what was I saying? Oh, right. So yeah, like for up to 1,000 items on your Artfire shop, it's only $20 a month. They do take a small commission per sales, but it's easily comparable with Etsy's commission, so nice. On the downside, I did not close my Etsy shop on my own terms. Somebody made a bogus copyright complaint against me, and Etsy's whole thing to challenge this is completely stupid compared to what it used to be. And I know for a fact this is a bogus complaint because that image is old enough to be in public domain. And so, but yeah, let's see.
And all because of this worthless mutt.
On Canto Bite, they increase their crew with your typical gambling addict amnesiac named Faye, and later acquire a hacker girl named Edward to veg that sausage party up a little. They land on Earth to go to Ed's orphanage reunion for some much-needed daddy daycare. In a shocking Pepsi twist, Faye learns Julia's alive.
And how about you, Julia?
And before you know it, she's dead. Finally, Spike lives out my personal fantasy by killing his former boss, leaving just enough time to die on a stairwell. Cowboy Bebop concocts its unique vision of the future by free sampling a bunch of genres like it's in Costco on a Glorb's Day. The smart and sexy Faye Valentine is a classic femme fatale from noir films and my recurring daydream. Spike's space
yeah, let's mute the
vibe,
station
many of
for
the
an
show's
hour.
Settings are drawn from westerns, and of course, all the space portals, ships, and superpowered computers are ripped off from Rick and Morty. But some of
I'm
Bebop's
going
most
to
philosophical explorations are framed by
list of the magical and medicinal properties of botanicals. It can probably be considered an encyclopedia at this point. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay.
From the bad old days, such as lost torso legs.
You wanted to know what happened to my arm. This is what I paid. Yeah, for being too gung-ho and running ahead of the game.
Sucky bosses, parental abandonment, and scientific experimentation. But perhaps the worst hand in life is dealt to Faye Valentine, who spends decades in cryogenic sleep, following a spaceship accident, only to wake up with enormous debts and no memory.
I can't pay $300 million. It's not fair to revive me and then expect me to pay all that money. I don't even know anything about myself.
Which is why, if you're watching this, kids, do not resuscitate me. In the folktale, a young man saves a turtleneck who transforms into a beautiful princess and transports him to the underwater castle of the Dragon King, a real party zone.
It was like a palace, and they gave him a big welcoming party. Beautiful women, scrumptious feasts, greens and halibut swimming around. He spent his time there as if...
I not like the English language dub for Cowboy Bebop. This is grating.
That she warns him to never open.
Tamatabako, is that scrumptious too?
No, it's not food. It's a big chest with a treasure inside.
Upon returning home, Arashima discovers that he's been gone a gazillion years. Distraught, he opens the box, which turns out to contain all his lost time. As it walks
what
away,
days of our lives should are?
becomes a silver fox.
I've just got my my YouTube queue of like the last 2 or 3 days. So this was the Alien reviews, Alien's Guide to Cowboy Bebop. So we've we've got some clips from that for review purposes, and
I finally remember where it is that I belong.
Her lesson and Urashima's are one and the same. Your past is part of who you are, but you can never return to it.
My memory finally came back, but nothing good came of it. There was no place for me to return to. This was the only place I could go.
Unless you read a time machine. While Faye's revelation is sad, the silver lining is that it allows her to focus on what does matter, a present and a future, and hopefully a warm pair of pants. Space is cold. It's a lesson that Spike in particular could stand to learn, as he's a man with an eye constantly on the past.
Look at my eyes, Faye. One of them is a fake because I lost it in an accident. Since then, I've been seeing the past in one eye and the present in the other.
In the series finale, he mentions The Cat That Lived a Million Times, a short story by John Lennon's girlfriend, Yoko Sano.
There once was a tiger-striped cat. This cat died a million deaths, revived and lived a million lives.
In the story, a tiger-striped cat moves from household to household, not giving a shit. Until one day, he meets a beautiful white cat who isn't impressed with his whole Wolverine vibe. By her begging, he asks the white cat to stay and get matching wrinkles with him. But when the white cat dies, the tiger-striped cat is distraught and dies once more, never to be born again, since that's how cats work. The tiger-striped cat is basically Spike's spirit animal, unlike mine, which is a chamanzivore. He shares not only the cat's disinterest in personal attachments, but also its survival chops and luscious locks. Over and over, Spike appears to suffer catastrophic injury, only to bounce back.
When you and I first met, you told me something. You said that you had died once, that you had seen death.
This phenomenon points us to the concept of samsara.
What lies beyond? Heaven? Hell? Reincarnation?
Which refers to the belief in some Eastern religions that existence is a cyclical process of life, death, and rebirth, with some suffering thrown in just for fun. The mundanity of bebop life, coupled with Spike's inability to escape from it through death, indicates that he must attain a new state of being before he can escape the cycle.
This here is the stairway to heaven. You know that, don't you?
Obnoxious little frog.
Which is why I do not want to be resuscitated. Do you understand that, Brandon? For Earthling Television, I'm Garrick's Romulo. See you later, Space Cowboy.
Hey guys, Garrick's intern Emily here. We're big fans of the Rijksmuseum and their YouTube channel Rijkstube. In particular, their series Is This Art? The show uses pop culture as a way to take a fresh look at art and art history. Their video about toys had some really interesting insights about toy collector culture and the blurring of the line between art and consumer products. Garrick's is a bit of a collector himself, so that episode was near and dear to whatever he has in place of a heart. Like Garrick's, they want you to find the deeper meaning in all the cool stuff around you. They're releasing an episode that looks at the social and cultural history of tattoo art later today, so don't miss it. I'm watching it right after I finish detailing Garrick's Victorian bicycle collection. Click here or the link in the description below to check them out and tell them Mormulate sent ya.
As Merc Bros, we're always trying to be our best selves. And with their new fish sticks and fillets, Gordon's is at its best too. Ridiculously fresh tasting.
So, perfect.
Trust the Gordon's fisherman.
I look like I should be an extra in Toy Story 4. Hello! So today I want to talk about a very serious and important topic. What does your bow placement say about your relationship? I've been seeing this image wandering the depths of the interwebs. A lot of times I see images like this and I see little tidbits of history, but I don't necessarily know what the source is and I don't know, how legit it is. So I decided to trace this back, and it actually is legit, and it comes from a 1944 issue of Life magazine. And the article is about high schoolers and how their bow placements can basically tell you if they're single or looking or not interested, which I thought was pretty funny, the fact that that's in a Life magazine, because it's like very hard-hitting journalism. I also found it funny
what
because
the
it
hell?
almost seems like every decade there is this kind of teenage code. Like, for instance, when I was in high school, it was those, like, jelly bracelets. Each color signified something.
Oh,
I
for
don't really
fuck's sake.
remember the exact specifics, and I don't think I actually knew back then. There was something to do with boys, and if their pant legs were pulled up on one leg meant you, like, wanted to fight or something, and then both legs, I don't know, you're ready to bring about
Seriously?
the apocalypse or something.
Why does my note keep rebooting itself?
Serious intellectual science. So I'm going to pull up the article and I'm going to read it to you. If I can find it. So I was actually really psyched that the whole magazine is actually up on Google Books. So it's an issue from May 15th, 1944. It's definitely interesting because 1944 was during wartime. The seriousness of the content juxtaposed with the bow tidbit is just very interesting. It is part of a segment called High School Fads. So adorable. These girls are the cutest thing I've ever seen. And I want all of these outfits. The image that I was seeing online is actually just the two major headline photos put together. And they are split up by a page. So this text is very small, so don't mind me looking like an actual granny trying to read this. What are the kids doing? The title. Girl's hairdo reveals love life. Okay, I'm just gonna... Yep. To high school girls, hairdos are a great medium for self-expression. Woo! In flashbacks to middle school when you had to read in front of the whole class, and you would just spend the whole time rehearsing the part that you knew you had to read, instead of actually paying attention. To high school girls, hairdos are a great medium for self-expression. The teenagers have no traffic with beauty parlors. They wash and cut their own and each other's hair, thinking up their own styles and original ornaments as they go. Today's girls' heads are fair territory for shoelaces, dish towels, cellophane bowls, colored soda straws, lacy paper doilies, Christmas tree ornaments, bells, cowboy kerchiefs, and a strip of bright-colored felt. Those kids. Huh. The simple hair ribbon has become a weapon in the battle of the sexes. Oh, shit. In Louisville, the color of the ribbon is significant. A yellow ribbon is a symbol of a man-hater. A white ribbon is a signal to the boys to lay off because the wearer is someone else's witch. In parentheses, best girl. I might ask Nick if I'm his witch. At Highland Park High School in Dallas, Texas, position of the ribbon is revealed. So let us see what each placement means.
Dancing.
A bow on the
I
top of
do
the
like
head,
Wendy's.
staff, and
If
necklace.
anybody in the Ann Arbor area wants to come out on Wednesday and bring me some Wendy's while I'm out busking, that would be amazing.
Not interested in men. You go, Betty Free.
Are there witches sitting in their flying monkeys? Oh, that guy who was doing some strangeness. I don't know.
It means
Possible.
Betty Janie is going steady. There's a signal and a challenge. Bitch, I dare you. let us look at some images of ladies sporting bows and see what their bows say about them. So let's take this image of these three babely women. It looks like all three of them are out to get themselves a man. This girl's like, get on, loser, we're going shopping. Now, I'm not quite sure what this one would be. It's in the back of the head, and there are three of them. If you're looking for an LGBT icon, here you go. This one, she is out to get herself a man. It really shouts at you. And now that you're well versed in the language of bows, you can try a few new classics. Anyways, all silliness aside, I just wanted to make a video about this topic because I've been seeing it for a while and I wanted to know if it was legit, and it turns out that yes, it is. It is an article specifically about one high school, but I think the idea of fashion trends in teenagers and codes is something that everyone can relate to, and I think every generation has something like that. I'd love to hear any anecdotes you guys have about that kind of stuff. And I personally love learning about little tidbits of history like that, even if they are considered insignificant and only specific to one part of the world. Anyways, that's it. I hope you guys had fun, and I hope that you liked learning about this little teenage fad. I love you guys, whether you're new or old to this channel. And if you're new here and you feel like sticking around, feel free to subscribe.
Okay, time to put these packages together.
See you guys next.
Oh, baby.
Bye.
And let's knock over, Okay. I'm back. Wait, no, not the carpet. Hi, kitty. There's such shit light over here, so I'm turning the flash on for... Hi, Nigel, bud. Here, let's see if we can get a look at Nigel and see... Oh, honey. Oh, okay. I just wanted to show off how big you are. Oh, poor Nigel. Come here. I'm not going to pick you up. Come here. Let's show you off. Nigel, bud. Okay, fine. That's usually what most people see of Nigel. So, Ooh, I dated this. Ah, Jesus Christ.
She eventually is at some sort of fair or market and sees the fairy fauna among the people. And can't resist
Hey, we're now. Go tell Nigel to come back over here. No, we want to see Nigel tonight. We see you all the time, Nigel. Oh, I've got 3 black cats. Nigel just showed up one day, and it very serendipitously, too. I was, let's do this one first. So my cat Vermin, she had cancer in her jaw, and we were, that was the day her biopsy came back terminal, and Nigel was about 4 months old. He was a kitten at the time, and it sure seems like somebody just abandoned him on my old street in Lansing because he always acted like a house cat. He knew exactly what a litter box was and how to use it. And then what happened is, so I basically just took him in. He decided I was the greatest person in the world, and he is so shy around everybody else. Phoebe, on the other hand, who's right behind the phone at the moment. Hey, Phoebe. Hi. Hi, Miss Phoebe. Okay, so this person, Jack here, he made an order for a shadow project pin that I make. So yeah, Phoebe, I was thinking after moving back to the Ypsilanti area, I needed a second cat because Nigel was getting a little bit annoying. Like, he would not let me work. Because he's so playful, even at 7 years old, like he is now. And like, when he meows at me, like, about half the time it sounds like crying. And so, like, he's mewing at me to try and get me to play with him, and it sounds like he's crying, which was very upsetting to hear because, yeah, you don't want to think that your cat is upset with you and crying. And I know that this is an evolutionary thing that some cats just do because, you know, it's cute. And when it's cute, we want to take care of them more. And, but still, it's like, it was very distressing to hear. So I ended up adopting Phoebe. Now, I adopted Phoebe at an adoption event, and I wasn't planning to adopt a cat that day, but there'd been a bug up my ass to do so, eventually. And they also wanted a birthday party, as in Nick Cave, Roland S. Howard. This does not want to focus on things. So I figured, since I couldn't completely justify the expense, I was, or at least not that day, I decided, since I saw Phoebe there, I would take a picture and post to Instagram and see if anybody, you know, in the area wanted to adopt this very sweet-looking cat. But she gets anxious in, like, chaotic situations, but at home she's perfectly nice and normal and, you know, is very, very lovey and sweet. But, you know, she kind of like stresses out in chaos, and she was just like all huddled up in her litter box in the little kennel at the adoption event. And so her old foster was there and asked, you know, "Oh, are you actually interested in her?" And I said, "Well, I would like to, but I can't really afford the adoption fee right now." And she says, "I've had her almost 2 years, and she just stresses out at these events, and people think she's unfriendly, and I thought she was going to be with me for the rest of her life. And if you're genuinely interested, I can take $10 off for you out of my own pocket. I just want to see her go to a good home." When I'm just like, so I'm thinking, and I say, "Well, let me think about it. If you can bring her, you know, if you can bring her back in a week or two, maybe after I get paid." But yeah, like, so we exchanged numbers. Yeah, I got the number from her old foster, and then, in response to the Instagram post, a friend of mine who lives in New Orleans and is involved with the voodoo community out there, he and his husband got a really nice windfall. Like, they sold a painting, like a really huge, expensive one. So they'd sold a bunch of art, and they had a lot of extra money, and he had like decided through divination and maybe talked with one of the oh crap, I forget what they're called, but like the priests involved with voodoo of sorts. He was saying that he should do something good for some animals with this money, so he figured, you know, might as well PayPal me the adoption fee for Phoebe. So, you know, like when a voodoo priest is telling you to adopt a cat, basically, might as well do it, or at least telling your friend to do something good for animals with this money. And so he decides to. But yeah, like, Phoebe's from voodoo, and that was just like, it was like a complete coincidence, the first two. And then I made a joke to Phoebe's old foster after I ran into her at another adoption event at the Petco, and because she knew Nigel was a black cat too, and I made some kind of jokey comment about how, well, I've got a big black cat and a little black cat. Now I just need a fluffy black cat to complete the set. And so, and so she says, "Oh, I've got just the right boy for you." And and that was Mr. Midnight. And Mr. Midnight he was a little hard to, you know, try and like, you know, like get anybody genuinely interested in him. And it wasn't due to anything like he acts all friendly and everything. Like, you know, like, so, like, actually, he was like way more of an attention slut than Murnau is. That cat was. But here's the thing about Mr. Midnight, why he was hard to adopt. So, Fields of the Nephilim was another part of their order. And so yeah, Mr. Midnight was hard to adopt because before he ended up in foster, he was also likely abandoned, but he was so fluffy. But yeah, like basically they had to like shave down all of his hair because he was so matted in like fleas and mites and lice and everything. So they shaved him down, and so there was this patch on his back that like just wouldn't grow back completely because the skin was scarred underneath the fur. So, you know, that fur just wasn't going to come back as much as the rest of it did. So people thought that there was something wrong with him, like he had some kind of like, you know, like skin condition that was special needs or something. And plus, like when you pet him, he would get so into being petted that he would drool on you. And so some people thought that meant there was something wrong with him, like maybe he needed some kind of special way to be fed or something. And so it's like no amount of like trying to tell these people, no, there's nothing wrong with him, he's just weird. But yeah, so yeah, she brought in Mr. Midnight the next week, and of course it was like right after it was shortly after I moved into this place here, and it was like right after my disability came through. So, so of course the sucker had to get a third cat, and yeah, so then Mr. Midnight died. I think this is the one that I'm looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So yeah, and then Mr. Midnight had his kidney failure. And so Murnau I adopted, not so much because I'm a sucker that Lynn talked into getting a third cat again, but because Nigel is starting to annoy Phoebe again, and we've got faith in the muse for this order, and this order is complete now. But yeah, so like I felt sorry for Phoebe that Nigel was trying to make her wrestle again, so so yeah, that's how I have 3 black cats. And Murnau, that was just complete coincidence, I guess. I mean, I am kind of drawn to the black cats just because I know that they are, depending on your area, either more likely to end up in shelters or just less likely to be adopted in general. So I kind of feel like, you know, like I'm doing a good deed by zeroing in on the black ones. But yeah, like it's not like I went out looking specifically for a black cat. It's just like, you know, just from reading stuff. Oh dear. This is cat hair. God damn. What the? That's a broken rubber band. Yeah, I have to vacuum tomorrow before the exterminators come on Wednesday, too. They are not going to be happy with me about this, but oh well. Okay, so this order is, she's another YouTube person. Her YouTube is Sideshow Tink, so I'm not going to show you her address, but this is a nice long order. I don't know how legible this is going to be, but this is going to be a nice big order. I love the big orders. I did paste all of my usual links and junk in the description box if you want to go looking for, it's going to be my Art Fire shop if you want to go look at buttons now that you see all of the lovely buttons. And oh shit, I haven't resorted these since Convergence. Ugh. It's just so tedious. I hate the tedium of just sitting here sorting out buttons. Like, more than anything is the tedium. Oh, hey, Lurch, first one. So we've got original Ted Cassidy as Lurch. He's just amazing. Does she want anything else from Okay, this is the box of film and television stuff. So let's see, we've got Lurch. No, the rest are music and general assorted art and shit. So, film and television box back in the drawer. Okay, so right here we've got general art and shit. What is... Do I have a pen? I do have a pen. Ah! Ah! Okay, so... Lurch. So let's see, let's go down. So Warhol will probably be in this box. So let's look for... Okay, Lugosi Dracula. That should be assorted film. Oh wait, no, she wanted a CBGB, so that should be in this one here. Oh, hey, right there. Ah! Got a nice CBGB one here. How are these? This does not want to focus on things. I guarantee you it looks better than it looks on the camera, at least from my end. Really? We're doing this? Focus. Oh, what the hell ever. I mean, we see how blurry my hand is. Really? I guarantee you that it looks so much better. Well, like I said, it's like, find the link in the description box and go to my shop. You will see, like, straight up scans. Let's see. On my computer monitor, the scans end up at full size of the image, about double the size, so you can see all the detail. And oh my god. So, oh god, one of the worst fucking customers I've gotten selling buttons online. So this guy, he so like I said, the pictures I scan in work out to being about 3 times actual size. So this guy, he ordered something, and actually it was one that Tink ordered in here. And so I sent it to him, and he, there was a couple other things in there he wanted too, but okay, Warhol's here. Oh wait. No. Okay, yeah, this is like Arte and Art Nouveau randomness. Okay. So then what happens is, did I put the bossa nova in here with this one? So he orders this button, and I'm gonna get it out in, right there. Not this one, but I'm gonna get it out soon. So he places an order, and like I said, the scans work out to being about 3 times actual size. So this dude had like no reason to complain that the image was just something about the lines around the font. This is not the one that he ordered, but here we've got lots of bossa nova. I do like me a good bossa nova sometimes. You know, on the occasions that I'm not in the mood to listen to gothic rock. Like, literally, I don't know who, like, the youngest people in here are in the chat, but if you ever feel like you absolutely have to only listen to gothic rock, like, literally, nobody says you only have to, you have to only ever listen to goth music to be a goth. Like, literally, nobody says that. If they do say that, it's probably because they're, like, barely older than you, and they're trying to impress themselves, and they're probably not anywhere near as, you know, like, they're probably not impressing anybody nearly as much as they're impressing themselves. Like, trust me. Yeah, I went through a very brief phase as a teenager where I insisted I was actually, yeah, it was, like, very brief, because I remember one of my really, like, popular for all the obnoxious reasons LiveJournal post back in the day. Oh god, LiveJournal is now back in the day. Son of a god, I'm getting old. was about how The Who was a goth band. And I'm just like being just complete bullshitting, yeah, through this whole thing. But I'm using examples from their music, like Boris the Spider, and I had this picture of John Entwistle with a Boris bass. Like, it was done up like it was a bass guitar done up to look like a spider, which was just awesome. And you can't deny that wasn't awesome. I also got out this Halloween picture with Keith Moon dressed up as Dracula. Oh, here we got Salvador Dali. Sideshow Tink wanted one of these too. Again, like, seriously, nothing wants to focus. Maybe here, maybe here. That looks a little bit better. Not as good as it could, but like I said, just like go to the website. She would not order them if they look as crap as they do from my camera right now. But yeah, like literally every goth older than like 21, let's say, actually does listen to music besides goth every so often, and we love it. And you know, it's just like when we're on gothic forums, we don't necessarily talk about the music that we listen to that isn't goth. We go to forums, you know, centered around that kind of music. Like I love mod revival and soul. I really do. But I don't discuss that on, you know, what gothic rock centered forum or, you know, what general goth music centered forum. Like I'll talk about Dark Cabaret on Reddit's goth sub, and I will go to like, I don't know, like the Tradskin sub. I don't know if that is one, but and talk about like Trojan reggae, and I say Tradskin to differentiate from the neo-Nazi skins, which like that's what Americans think of when they think of skinheads. But yeah, like true traditional skinheads love Jamaican ska and reggae and old Detroit soul and okay, this one's starting to rust. That's not good. Okay, that one looks good. There we go. Or does it? That one's worse than the first one. That one is even worse. Okay. Ooh, that's garbage. Okay, and yeah, these two are totally trash. So it looks like it's between this one and this one. Okay, this one looks a tiny bit better than the other one. I've got to reprint these. Okay. Cat, what'd you do with my scrap paper? Really? You're just gonna give me that look like you're so cute and shit? You are so cute. But this one, vinyl rules, and hopefully it is not. The logic doesn't make any sense to me anyway. Goth artists were inspired. Oh yeah, that's. I mean, that alone should. Somebody's asking, can I do custom buttons? I can do custom buttons. I can. My desktop computer, it needs a new power supply. I'm lucky if it'll stay on for half an hour, but I have enough computer parts. I should be able to rig something up. If all else fails, I can take the keyboard from the desktop and plug it into one of the laptops where I've got Photoshop on those too. It's just, I hate using Photoshop on the laptops, but I can definitely do custom orders. And, you can find on, I'm on Twitter. It's Ruadhán1334, Ruadhan 1334, on Twitter as well. So find me on there and drop me a DM or something. That's what they're called on Twitter, right? And no, I don't want to use that. Oh, wait. Here we go. An old post office receipt. I can reprint vinyl rules. So yeah, I can put things into my templates in Photoshop. So yeah, just DM me on Twitter. I can do, let's see. So custom bulk. For custom, I prefer to do bulk orders. I can do a minimum of 50 for $25 and or 100 for 50. That includes postage within the US. So if you're outside the States, I will have to charge extra for postage just because like sending out even just like say it was just these 5 in a first class international package, international postage rates have gone up so much that, you know, even an order of like, you know, just what like Tink did, or even the guy whose order I did before I start working on hers, that would be $14 out of pocket. So like, there's no way I can send out, hi cat. There's no way I can send out an order of 100 and, you know, and it's going to be like if I were to send that to even to Canada, that's going to be a minimum $14. I'm like, nope. You're going to pay me, whatever the international flat rate is. Reprint us! Final rules. Okay, so... I stabbed my thumb with the Sharpie. Now it's blue. I used to be able to do buttons. Those were the days. Oh, yeah. I love my button press. It's amazing. If you were speaking on reggae. Oh, good morning, Catherine. Or, I mean, it's like... I don't know, like 1:35. Oh, shit. I am so behind on what I was hoping to do. I should at least be able to finish cleaning the kitchen before it's bedtime. Let's see. Scooters. Oh, I know where that goes. Skins Warhol. Okay, so wait. Okay, CB. Oh, film. That's where Lugosi is. Oops. My bad. Okay, but I do need... Okay, that's going to be in with music. Dolly, Clash, Warhol. That's going to be in here or that one. Okay, music, film, music. Wait, where did I put that one? I'll figure it out. It's been a while since somebody ordered that one. Okay. Warhol. Okay.
This is actually my favorite meal. Like, I can eat this shit for the rest of my life.
I can't remember. Is it this one or that one? Son of a bitch. I did not go back to check which one. So you know what? One of them has a little bit of rust on it, so I'll just throw in one of each of these. Okay, so I couldn't remember which one was which, and so I'm throwing in this Warhol photo and then this other Warhol photo, and that's just because I can't remember which one I listed that as, and this one has a little spot of rust on it, so I'm like, okay. Okay, now I gotta go back to one of the. Oh wait. Oh wait, did I put that in with political? I might have. Okay. Not in there. That. No. 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 That's the record label. No. 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 Okay. I think it is in the, I think I did put that in, political. Deco Nouveau, Friends, Clubbing, Death Rock Ones, Fashion Labels, People, Gaming, Gothic. The hell is this? Oh, I know what that one is. Okay. No. 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 That's definitely not the one that I'm looking for. No. 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 Not that. Nope. Okay. Okay, what beyond reverse? Okay. We're now figured out how to open up my closet. He does this to drive me insane. Okay. Adam's Family. Burton goes there. Okay. Assorted film. Here's Bella in Assorted Films. Okay. What is that? Oh, no, that's Mae West. Okay. So it's possible. No. Wait, who's this? Oh, no, that's from Quadrophenia. Mae West. Jack Curtis, Hollywood Lawn. Didn't I have them in with and Candy Darling. Okay, we've got Audrey, MST, Rocky Horror, and so much unsorted shit. Rocky Horror. Ah, hey! Hey. Bella Lugosi. I will sort those on a day when I don't have to clean. So okay, so let's see. Okay, we need at least one coming out of here. So Okay. That's gonna be in here. That's gonna be in here. That one, that one, that one. Probably that one, and definitely that one are gonna be in there. Okay, so now I know what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, so we've got pagan-y buttons are in here, and we're not getting any of those. So wrong Bowie. Well, I mean, there's never a truly wrong Bowie, but this is the Bowie that Tink wants. Do we remember the time so long ago? No smoking crystals, something. I don't know why I don't remember the words to Ashes to Ashes. That's not one of my favorite Bowies. I mean, it's a beautiful song, but there are others I love so much more. And I think that's it coming out of this box. So, let's see. Bowie. Okay, that's going to be in that one. And that's going to be in that one, too. And so with that one. Okay, so that's going to be in here. She might be in here. But that's probably going to be in there. Okay, so... Okay. And... So, let's see. Here we go. Oh, wait. No. There we go. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Okay, did I put Patti Smith in? Really? Okay. Because I gotta make my work just that much harder on myself, don't I? Alright. Yeah. Okay. So, this box is all of my political and LGBT buttons. And that should be where this one is. Oh, this is not one that she wanted, but I do the original 8-color rainbow flag ones. I only do these ones, not the current 6-color flag, because when you look up the meanings of each of the stripes, the original 8-color flag included pink for sexuality and turquoise for magic. And hot pink was the first color to go, and then turquoise. And so, and I'm like, no, you cannot take sexuality and magic out of my gay activism, because otherwise it's like what's the difference then between that and straight people? Okay, if it is in this bucket, it's going to be in this one. Hey, 3 from the bottom. There we go. So, okay, somebody once ordered this one from me, and as I said about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ago, that one's a little bit off-center. I'll give that to some other jackass. So yeah, the pictures that I scan of these, so I scan them, and I scan them in at about 3 times the size. So these are high enough resolution on the of the pictures. And then what happens is so he finally gets it, and he complains about how like the font printed out and it's like really jagged, and this is a really shitty design, and that guy like wouldn't even replace it for me or refund me. And I said, like, dude, what the hell? You looked right at the picture. You're basically complaining that it came to you looking exactly like it does in the picture. In fact, like, probably a little bit better than it does in the picture, because, you know, nobody is smashing their face up to the button like I have to when I'm trying to look and see exactly like how rusty some of these have gotten in storage. So I'm like seriously, like, if you're gonna complain, like, he was basically complaining that it came looking exactly like it did in the picture. That's basically what he was complaining about. It's like he took a look at the picture, and then it came, and he's like, "What the hell? This looks exactly like it does in the picture." Like, what the hell, dude? Don't. What was I? Oh, right, they're all gonna be in this one. Okay, never mind. So, this is how much I love mod revival and ska music. All of this one here is mod revival and ska, and about half of this one. The other half of this one is it's mostly punk. Oh, that's more unsorted shit since Convergence. God, I'm fucking lazy about this shit. Just saying right out here in a live stream. God, I'm fucking lazy about my work. I mean, I can say some of it is like sloth, I guess, because I just like, I see how much work actually needs to be done, and I'm like, okay, I will do this when my back is not hurting, and then my back stops hurting, and I've kind of forgotten about it. So it's like part like, I just don't want to deal with this right now, and part like, oh, I've completely forgotten. Remember that other thing I needed to do. So we got the Clash, that orangey red on green. Oh, I am so behind on the chats, and I see somebody like added me. So let's get this one up. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we've got some I Like Turtles guy. What, left and right, cheats on NES, Catherine K. My background is Jamaican. Oh, nice! I was raised with it playing all the time. I'm assuming reggae and ska. That is really cool, Mika. Now I definitely want your opinion. Nice. Catherine says, there is actually an author out there named Jamaica Kincaid. She might be an extremely distant relative. We haven't done much with that genealogy path. Oh, cool. It could be possible. Yeah. I'm sure I'm somehow related to the McElroy podcasting boys. I was just discussing that last Christmas. Haven't been on vacation. Some of them. People chatting amongst each other. It has to be warmer than here. I go to Sierra Nevada in the summers. Okay. It's more just, Bella's my favorite vampire name, but I don't love it on dogs, cats, or children. Goth confession. Nice. My dog's name Isabella. I call her Izzy. That's cute. Okay. Oh, Mika. Okay, you're the one who added me. Seeing how you love Prince, you should... Oh, I do. Oh my gosh. Hold on a sec. Speaking of Jemina Monet. Ah! No! Stop it! Speaking of Janelle Monáe, okay, that thing is. Not here. Where did I put her? Oh, here we go. Yeah. On vinyl. Also on vinyl. And also on vinyl. I'm still, I don't yet have Dirty Computer yet, but I heard the music posts that have been going up on the YouTube. Let's see. Prince worked with her, basically took her. Oh, yeah, I read about that. And seeing her Prince tribute performance. Oh, nice. Bowie kicks ass. Mike Carson, Bowie. Janelle as well. God Confession. Nice. Bowie was everybody's love. Oh, I love Janelle Monáe's music so much, too. Oh, everybody fell in love with the area at watching Labyrinth. Oh, hey, Dare's here. Hi, y'all. One of my besties was named Bella after Bela Lugosi. Nice. Her parents were big horror fans. Later in life, people assumed it was spelled with 2 L's. Oh, of course. Muppets were my jam, too. I love the Muppet Show. People assumed it was spelled with 2 L's, and she never corrected them. Alice, my dad gave me his Man Who Sold the World. Oh, my. Became a bigger fan than he was. More Temptations and Black Sabbath. Oh God, my mother was my mother was a retired Frank Zappa groupie, and I say retired because she got pregnant, and you're not so much of a great groupie when you're like 7 months on and all that and stuff. So then what happened? She also really loved like Alice Cooper and Black Sabbath and all of that. So, speaking of Black Sabbath, which is what reminded me, when I was about 7 years old, my mother, like, God, it was kind of just to prove a point to my father, who was always more of like a Motown and blues guy himself, as far as the music he loved the most. And but then what happened? So my mother decides that she's going to try and prove a point to my father, and she used the Paranoid album as lullaby music for about 4 months straight. To this day, anything from Black Sabbath's first 3 albums, I get tired. I start going to sleep. I have a Spotify playlist that is set to private, but it is called Insomnia. And it is just Black Sabbath's first 3 albums. And, you know, I played on shuffle a lot if I'm having a hard time getting to sleep. When I went in for a sleep apnea study, because my hours are, I go to bed at 4 a.m. and I'm up at noon, and they gave me the option, either their day sleeper study, which I'd have to go to bed at 8 a.m. and be up at 4, which would just throw me so off, or I could do their later night schedule, which was actually I ended up getting there at just before 10 because of the way that the buses run. And so I went to bed around 11, and I got up at like 7 a.m. and got the shuttle bus back home. And then what happened? So 11 at night is way early for me to be getting to bed. So I just pulled up my Spotify playlist off of my laptop. Yeah, it was my laptop. And I just pull up my Spotify playlist, you know, that I've called Insomnia, which is just like I said, the first 3 Black Sabbath albums, on repeat, on shuffle. And the nurses who were watching me, like a couple of them commented about that. It's like, I've never seen somebody go to sleep that fast listening to Black Sabbath before. And I said, my mother used this as lullaby music for about 4 months when I was 7. Black Sabbath puts me to sleep right now. A lot of times, even Ozzy Osbourne solo. It's something about his voice. And oh god, there's this other band that sounds like except for the singer, they sound just like Black Sabbath. Like, this is one of those bands where it's very clear who their major inspiration is. And they were played a lot by a couple of the WCBN DJs when I was still there. And so and I pretty much had to leave the control room if I was there early enough before my shift and somebody was playing at, and just because I would otherwise just like start nodding off in the control room for the station, and it was obnoxious. And of course, my friend Scott, who I used to date, he thought it was hilarious. Wait. Oh, son of a bitch. Please don't tell me I'm out of this one. No, I've got one left. And we've got the Cramps. So, that's going on my reprint list. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay, and okay, Patty should be in here. Should be. Is she though? 265, Sham 69. Never moans. Stick with her fingers. Ugh. Oh, the slits. Frankly. Oh, there we go. And we've got Patti Smith. Oh, there we go, right on top, because everybody loves Frank Zappa. A lot more people than I expected, actually. And there we go, the father of my eldest half-sister. I'm dead serious. That's how much of a groupie my mother was. Like, my eldest sister had the goddamn eyebrow. Like, all the Zappa kids have that eyebrow. She was a roadie before she died. And she and her husband lived in London, England, and she often worked a lot of festivals on the European continent during the summer and all of that. And just because, you know, like, you work a couple of festivals as as road crew, and you've pretty much, you know, you've got decent money for the remainder of the year, and depending on things, I guess. Well, also her husband's nouveau riche, so but yeah, she would work a bunch. She would often work festivals on the continent, and one time for some festival or another, she ended up working on one of the bands was it was before Dweezil and Ahmet had their little parting of ways. I know they haven't really talked to each other without lawyers between them for about a decade now, but this was when they were still talking, and they had their own band touring together, and she met them, and I think she said, like, one of them approached her and said, "Oh, hey, one of the other road crew was telling us about you," and like she said that he made a little motion to add to the eyebrow and and to hers, and she's like, yeah, I thought those guys would be a little bit more tactful than that. No, it's okay. We've met a bunch of other of our dad's bastards, and you know, just as long as our mother is allowed to pretend that she does that it didn't happen. It's a good story though. Since was the gothiest of the goths. I have 3 seasons. Oh, couple of my exes have the Muppet Show on DVD, and since I was living with both of them, I never saw the need to go buy my own set. Plus, like, money and shit, another thing takes precedent. Oh, jealous of my Janelle vinyl. Oh, CD is still good. CD's still good. The mic is cut. Oh, on my end? Oh, yay, sounds back. Oh, that might have been, I don't know. Maybe, let's just say a cat. What are we doing with the buttons? The buttons, yeah, I had a couple of orders, so I was just, like, sorting them out and filling out orders. So these are things I gotta take to the post office tomorrow. I wish I could use music to get to sleep. Currently, I take a cocktail of sleep meds and watch some true crime. Oh, Darren met Patti Smith once. Oh, nice. It was in New York at a restaurant, Julia's. She passed me on the street the next day and said, "Hey, little queen." Oh, my gosh. Oh, I've heard from so many people that she is so sweet. She's just, like, such a sweet lady. How's the charge on the phone doing? Ooh, I gotta plug the phone back in. But I also gotta go up to the kitchen and start working on some kitchen cleanups. I'm going to assume that the cats are the reason there's a big mess in here. Everything is funnier when you blame it on the cats. So, let's see. Let's prep up the little easel bits. Oh, that's right. I accidentally hit a couple buttons on the phone with my thumb when I was messing around with some shit for a second there. That's probably when the sound went out for a bit. Okay, and I was not paying attention when I was queuing up a couple days worth of videos on this thing, and I can't fucking stand Kiss, so I'm gonna skip this video. No, sorry. Gene Simmons is a pretentious fucking shithead who needs a fucking fist in his face. Oh, well, this is all expired coupons, and... Oh, hey, it's one of Tink's videos. I just did her order, so... Here's a... Yeah, so here's my dental bill. Or at least a breakdown of payments I get to make. Let's see, Natural Awakenings. Oh. Yeah, I might want to read this, though. Okay.
It's a pale ale, but it's a little bit like an IPA, really, really nice. Right here, because I got stuff. I went to two drifts. I went to the Patterson drift, and I went to my usual drift. And it was still sealed. The Wiz ticket still on it. The Wiz, remember the Wiz? Oh my god. But anyway, this was still sealed. So.
Okay, so this is food I cannot have due to allergies, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to take that to the church tomorrow. And this is the milk bottle that I use as a vase, so... I'm gonna put that away in a cabinet. And I really love this wine bottle. It is gorgeous. So, and I know where I got it from, but I have not seen this exact blend there again, or at least not with this picture on it. Yeah, I haven't seen this there at Fresh Time again yet, but I will, you know, next time I go in there, which ideally would be tomorrow, but tomorrow is not going to be an ideal day for doing much, so I'm going to put that in here with miscellaneous stuff I can eat, but I've got nowhere really to put it. But, you know, I will take out myself some juice boxes for, Wednesday when I'm busking. That, corned beef sandwich, because as cute as it is to just bring out food for the cats while I'm busking on Wednesday, that is probably not a good idea. So,
it has a staff with music notes on it. And it's made in China. Very, very fun. I love stuff like that. You know what I did. Alright, I found so beautiful. I found a 10-inch version of German, 10-inch German version of Peter and Wolf. Peter und der Wolf. Is that beautiful? It is pristine, mint, gorgeous. That's why I put it right there.
Oh.
Look at that. And this.
Oh my.
Very funny. This is so funny. This is pineapple.
Oh, wow.
Pineapple.
I forgot I had this.
Most popular German singer, it says. This pineapple
Okay, this is just about reachable.
Hey, kitty.
It's so hot because I was just.
Okay.
I bought a couple of new rugs because everything is, crunchy over the winter. And this year, when the wind, some of the windstorms were so bad, but this umbrella also went over and it was good. So I had to get it over. But that's all right. Everything will be fresh and new. So those I ordered this morning.
I'm gonna take those back out on the balcony. Okay, this needs to be washed.
Hey, Phoebe.
You want to take in these to Aldi tomorrow for me, hon? No? Why not? Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, Necromancy's here! Hi! Okay, let's see. Loud stage whisper, industrial strength, sleepy time. Okay. Need to take my blood pressure meds. Oh, yeah. Oh, Alice. Okay. Hey, Necro. Hello, Necro. Hi, peeps. Making a potion. No, I'm cleaning up in the kitchen so that then I can move on to the bathroom and then the bedroom area and then the front room. But I swear when I was young and they were on the playlist club, Lust to Love and This Town. Nice. Art Deco looking. Oh yeah, on the bottle. I don't know. I think it looks a little bit more Art Nouveau in some respects. It definitely looks like a blend of the two, which is one of the things that I love about it. I hear you, Dara, these days. It's a lot of shoegaze in the clubs. I know I'm a couple decades late, but Rosetta Stone's. Oh yeah, that's a great album. Excuse me. You can look up Alice, and I got awkward there. Everyone on the floor. The politics of dancing. Last time I went to our designated goth club, it was actually for a burlesque show and nitrous. Oh, nice. See. Herbs and hot Cheetos potion. Oh dear. It was a little different then. Goths weren't complete purists. Oh yeah. Goth Club now has to have a bondage night just to stay afloat. Oh. Okay. So, this is going to be a bit loud, and it's going to look a bit obnoxious, but I think the best way to get to the floor really is to, well, I got to load up recycling for tomorrow anyway, so I'm going to take the big shopping cart, because I've got two shopping carts, one for big things, or when I'm doing a big shopping trip after I get, food stamp day, or if I'm expecting a large package from the post office. And I've got a small cart for when I'm doing a smaller run, like just going out to get cat litter or something. It'll carry cat litter just fine, or something like that. So if I just need a couple things, I'll bring the small cart. If I'm doing a whole bunch of shit, I bring the big cart. And the big cart is also good for recycling, because while there is, in theory, curbside recycling in Ypsilanti, it does not apply to this building. This building does not have curbside recycling. Like, our dumpster service doesn't have a recycling dumpster. I've seen those in some buildings in the area where they'll have two dumpsters, one for trash, one for recycling. We don't have that. We've just got a basic dumpster service. So I take in the recycling by myself to the drop-off station in Ann Arbor out on Ellsworth, I believe. Yeah. So, big busy-ass day tomorrow. So, let's see. That goes to the church tomorrow on my way out. So, big shopping cart! Okay. Okay, so I will often use paper bags until they're like this, and then I can just like chuck the whole thing into the single stream bin at the drop-off station. Okay. Oh, and here's the other one. Oh, nice. The other one that I got was Captain Spaulding, my favorite creepy clown from the Rob Zombie. There we go. Okay. We got all the shipping cartons. No, I don't have all the shipping cartons. Son of a bitch. He's got some great things. He's got like Rod Serling, he's got Frankenstein, Gloom, Bride Frankenstein, just absolutely amazing. What the hell? So, this is what my station manager sent me, that power supply that's the small one, which is still too big for my fucking computer. And it doesn't even look like it has the right plugs that I need. Shit. I forget exactly what they're called, but basically my thing takes the other kind of thing. There's like two kinds of ports, and I forget the names of them, but I know what they look like. That was... Oh, it's still sticky. That's, thanks, Whiskey. Okay. There we go. Now I've got all the shipping cartons in the recycling. And let's see. More unusable bubble wrappers and styrofoam and around two miscellaneous papers and plastics. Okay. Actually, you know what? I can just stick all this shit right about here. No, this is trash. Our trash ended up in the recycling. Kat, did you put trash in the recycling? Why won't you ever tell me? Okay. Okay, all the recycling, like literally all of the recycling is in the cart. Let's see if this will be good for us. Dun dun dun! Recycling cart! Oh, so, somebody was asking if I could do a video with my favorite DIY projects and thrifted stuff. So, but I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna do a separate video of that. But this is one thing that I DIY'd and I absolutely love it. Is my Pansy Division T-shirt. It's looking backwards on me. I don't know how it looks on you, but it's like my Pansy Division shirt. And this is something else. This was one of my favorite DIY projects that I did. It's my wisdom teeth. And this is... It's my wisdom teeth. Like, this here is, like, the second thing I've ever wire-wrapped, and I actually think I did not so bad at it. But yeah, my wisdom teeth. So, of course, this has to be one of my favorite DIY projects. I almost always wear it. It's wonderful. I love it. That's why I always have my whole set of teeth with me. So, let's see. Actually, I should bag the onions and put them... Yeah, it'll be fine for onions for a couple days. Okay. So, I'll put those there for now.
Hey, kitty. Is that Phoebe?
Oh, that's unpleasant. Okay. It's not exactly pleasant either, so... Oh, shit. More styrofoam recycling. If someone's asking what I'm looking for, I'm just, I'm trying to figure out where next to proceed with, cleaning up in the kitchen.
So I had recently gotten this tattoo from All-Star Tattoo.
They try to pump it in, but okay, commercialism. As long as there's kink, it will get kinkier. Nice.
I've done 6 of the 8 tattoos that I actually have from them, and I absolutely adore their work. I'm always
Looking for the looking for the warm word. No, I'm looking for like where next to proceed. I was also looking at some beats that turned unpleasant on me. They're a root vegetable, much like potatoes, so it's actually like really good for them to be stored in, ideally, a woven basket with some dirt in it. But I don't have a woven basket that I would like for storing potatoes and beets in, so I got a cardboard box and I lined it with a couple of plastic bags and put some dry dirt in there for them, and unfortunately it turned unpleasant, that little experiment on me. I was hoping to store them, longer than just leaving them out to the air in a bag or whatever, but that's what happens, so. Well, I tried, so. Okay. So let's see. All the recycling is together, and I can take the orchid bark back out onto the pantry. And okay, these potatoes, these beets, they've gone unpleasant on me, and this is not as unpleasant as I was afraid it would be. Hey, the bag is also still completely usable, so. Okay, and this is generic garbage. So. Okay, what is my... It's a really weird symbol, but I kind of feel like that's how it feels to me. That is a really odd stain. I don't know what this is. I mean, I know what the bag is. It's my insulated messenger bag style shopping bag that, I didn't get this so much for going grocery shopping with. I got this for when I go to Domino's to pick up an order that I got, so I don't have to pay the $3 delivery charge. This is just big enough for 2 Domino's mediums. I mean, you have to sort of like pull it out a little bit like that, but it fits 2 Domino's mediums and a thing of the Parmesan bread bites. It fits it in here just perfectly, and so this way I I don't burn my fingers. That and if it's kind of windy that day, it's autumn or something, the pizza won't cool off on my way home. I mean, it's 2 blocks. 2.5 blocks. So it's not like it would get that cool on its own, but still, it's like I get the thermal bag to take home my pizza in. If Domino's gets one to deliver it to me, then I can get one to, take my own goddamn pizza home. So I don't have to have the delivery guy do it. And here's a smaller insulated shopping bag. Gee, do you really like the color purple? Oh my god, people say that to me all the fucking time. Every day. Story of my fucking life. Got my purple jacket. I got my purple pants. Dude, you like the color purple? Nah. Glad to see you figure that out, genius. Did you figure that out all on your own? All the purple shit I got? No, my favorite color is orange. My 3-hole punch ruler.
Hey, kitten, what you doing?
Oh, that's right. I gotta do my mushroom kick. I gotta do it. Probably not until I get home and I'm allowed to be in my house again after the exterminator. But I am going to save these butternut squash seeds. And that way I'll have squash forever. Let's see. Taking paper goes in the trash and a baking sheet in the sink. Oh, that's gross. No, that can't be on there.
This is what chocolate should be. If you stay awake, we will regard each other as a positive body.
Okay. Ah, where's my broom? So I got this at this little diner in Lansing, and I swear they just found all of these dead stock somewhere because yeah, there's the copyright stamp on here is 1967, and yeah, I can't remember the name of the place, but they've got a bunch of these old little paper placemats, and this one is full of cocktail recipes, and oh god, I need to get some kind of a little lamination sheet so I can put this up on my wall here in the kitchen. I'll put it there.
tree, kids are like 10 flavors. One of them is white. These are only that tree flavor. No, there's more.
Oh shit. Okay, so fuck.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my studio. You know who is the challenges nowadays is the so 100% dominated has become that viral on YouTube, and of course I should sit here and make some very possible things monster hide your drugs or myself with your drugs or drugs with your drugs. There are options. Please don't go. I'm scared of drugs. Really, I don't know, of course, it's all a matter of but drugs is the only story of marketing that I know this actually. I know, don't make it half of people just go down this video, unsubscribe from the channel, and we'll never see you again. Please stay with me. Because I decided to do something completely different. Not completely different, but go.
Okay.
I'm not going to turn drugs into something better. Guys, I'm sorry, it's just a matter of taste. I know that many of you adore these things. But at the same time, we lose, and I cannot lie, and I cannot sit here and say,
I do sometimes make my own ice cream, but I keep forgetting to like get the big old like $10 like 40 pounds for $10 bag of rock salt at a place during the winter. So of course, like on the off season, I go to Meyer and pay like $6 for this thing.
appreciate all of you who love these dolls, who grew up with these dolls, some personal connections, personal relations, and I personally believe that this doll is beautiful for me, not for me, she's disproportional, for me it's something new, I don't know. Just why did they make something like it? Again, doesn't matter. It's a matter of taste, and to make this transformation fun, I really wanted some regular blackstones. I bought a huge set that contains a blackstone. The same name is J. I don't know, I'm going to trust it. Okay. And here you'll be able to decorate your house. I don't know this box here. Let's do it together and see what it's going to be. I'm going to make this. So, here is the doll. Here are some sprays with paint. Let's see. Here are two such mannequins. And here the whole bunch of stickers, some patterns. I think it's going to be fun. So here we have the white outfits that we're going to decorate later. And here is the skirt.
Okay.
And here's
Hey, kitten.
the long white.
What you doing?
But let's keep this outfit
Fuck.
this video because we have
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and dump all of the mop water from the other day when I was cleaning in the kitchen. I think that was Friday or Saturday. I don't know. But I'm gonna go dump the old water real quick and then come back and make new water so I can do the floors.
I'm going to do 100% my best, all my tricks, all my secret techniques. I'm going to use them all, trying to get a really good end result. But honestly, I don't believe it I start telling here is the doll. You of course see it many times. For me, it's actually the first time I hold Brad's dolls in my hands. Before I've just seen them in supermarkets. And so what's the next? Look, her face. Let's take a look at her face. First of all, her head is huge. Second of all, it's way too round, but it's okay. With this, I can go. But she has no nose approximately. It's just something. Her lips, it's no. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what to say. It's bad. It's bad. The eyes, the nose, the scalp, the stool on monkey arms, even the rubber, like it's too, like it's not hard. You can bend it in no direction. Is it good? For me, it's questionable, honestly. I will say nothing about the big feet. Wait, does she have feet? You're laughing now, probably. You know it already because you played with Brad's dolls before for me the first time. And now I see something that is gonna shock me now. I feel it already. Is it they needed to make this huge boot and to make no feet whatsoever? I'm depressed. Anyway, that's why we're here. We're going to take this doll and to turn her into something beautiful, into something with feet, into something with maybe more proportional head, into someone with nose and with lips. I don't know, maybe I'm asking too much. Maybe it's not really necessary. But that's how I feel about it. So, first of all, this outfit. This one also can be implemented for style. This sprays and stickers.
No, it's not these recipes.
I have nothing against the hair. Because then we're going to cut the hair as short as possible. And after your hair is gone, I'm going to warm it up with a hair dryer to make it soft and be able to remove the hair easily from the body.
Ooh.
Now the hair is very soft.
Can I stop doing this kind of crap? Seriously, I was checking my local goth Facebook group and saw it. Mika that napped to me at Disneyland before they had Bats Day. Oh God. Like Steph Sanjati is the red mom. Victoria Wiggins has the. Oh dear. What the hell, really? It is like all the people calling the police on black people do normal everyday things like swimming and walking and going to parks. Yeah, they informed me that I distracted from the characters. I was pushing my son in a stroller. Oh God, this stuff pisses me off. Yeah, back in the day it was bad. Oh yeah. In fact, next month I'm doing my actual follow-up to the video I uploaded yesterday, the little edited one, the toilet goth one. Yeah, the one I was gonna do to follow that up was actually about what it was like being a high school goth immediately after the Columbine massacre. And I have fact checked the hell out of this. I've got a thing on my phone, this little file on my phone with just a list of links explaining all of the misconceptions about that incident and how goths were actually just an easy scapegoat at the time. Now they have a goth day, Alice, or at least goths have a day at Disneyland. Oh yes, I'm working. I have restaurants and shops for my clothing selection. Oh yeah. We can progress so far as humans, but there's always something holding us back. Stupidity. Is there still a Bats Day at Disneyland? Noah Corda invented Bats Day. Disney found a commercial. That commercialism brings the goths in to spend money. Oh yeah. Let's see. Back in the day, the big gay clubs wouldn't let goths in. What? Very true. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. The gay bars actually were the host for a lot of early punk nights and stuff. And actually, like a lot of the early punk clubs in New York and New Jersey, especially, were some of the only nightclubs. We're talking like around like 79, 80, 81, who would play hip hop singles back then. And and so like I knew that Chuck D from Public Enemy and Ian Ian Curtis's Joy Division. Scott Ian from Anthrax. I know those two were old friends, like even before they did that Anthrax Public Enemy collaboration. So I can't help but think of like little Scott, like little skater punk metal hybrid Scott Ian, like following Chuck D around, like, like, oh man, of course I'm following you. I don't know. That's just how I imagine those two, like 10 years younger before either of their groups really took off. I just have this mental image of Chuck D trying to look professional and stuff, handing out flyers and mixtapes at the punk clubs, and there's little Scott Ian following around like, oh my god, you're so fucking cool, man! I don't know, there's just something about those two. That just strikes me like that, and I wouldn't be surprised if I was not that far off from the truth. And, of course, my friend Scott, who is also one of my exes, but he's, like, the one ex I've got a healthy, after relationship with. I'm got a healthy enough relationship with Byron and Eric at this point, post-breakup, but... yeah, if Isaac ever wants to be friends again, he's going to have to get his shit together hard. And by that, I mean he's got to admit that he's a woman, because there's just so much about that boy that just pings closeted trans to me. And I'm not the only one who sees it in him either, so... Oh, saw something. Oh, yeah. London clubs in the 90s, and the doorman didn't believe he was gay, as he didn't with the mold. Oh, God. I remember had to make a TV graphic for the Columbine. Oh, God. In my college class, after that happened, it was rough. Oh, God, yeah. Those were very snotty. Graduated in 94, and when Columbine happened, they scapegoat goths and Manson. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they absolutely did. In fact, actually, like, MTV News, I found out during my getting my research and citing my sources for this video I'm doing next month. I want to post it around the 13th, so around, about a week out before the 20-year anniversary. And then what do? So, yeah, like, MTV News was one of, like, the few responsible news outlets concerning the mass media scapegoating of goth kids after Columbine. They got one of Klebold and Harris's old classmates, who was identified only as Nick, probably because he was underage and they couldn't go any further than that. And this kid Nick was saying like yeah, they hate the goth kids, and they had nothing to do with the Trenchcoat Mafia clique. Most of those kids graduated a year or two ago, and yeah, and to make matters even goofier, Klebold and Harris were not bullying victims. They were not. They absolutely were not victims of bullying. So, and I have cited this. I have cited this.
I gave it a complete makeover just to see what can you do with a cheaper version of a famous brand doll.
There's a random foreign coin on my kitchen floor. I can't tell if this is Korean or what. I'm not sure. It might be Korean. I don't know. Is this legible enough to anybody? Can you identify this? This is just on my kitchen floor randomly. I mean, if anything, Eric Harris himself was a bully. Okay? So when people, you know, I mean, this was just like wild speculation on the spot that people just made the fuck up. And it's been acknowledged after the fact that it was made up. That so he just made shit up. Anything that would satiate the reporters. Harris was himself a bully. He was not bullied. He was a bully. Their goal wasn't petty revenge. They wanted to cause more. They wanted to have a higher, like, mass bombing. They wanted to be domestic terrorists. They wanted to go down in the history books alongside their hero, Timothy McFucking-Vey. They were not bullied. They were bullies. A distraught and demanding public wanted answers, so the sheriff just made shit up on the spot. Like, the FBI reports on this are public records, too, so, like, you can just, like, follow the sources all the way back up. Okay.
working some extra remote because you know I've sculpted myself some extra attention. And what else I want to know this layer is to have a touch of blush to your cheeks and also to your eyes. And after this, I'm going to protect my work with the skin again. Yeah, now I think I'm quite happy with your skin tone, and I can start drawing the eyes and lips with my accents. Let's start the goal with a little white of the eyes. Then I draw the waterline and here now. I think I want to give her some unusual eye color. For example, today can be purple or maybe lime or something like this. Then we can draw the eyebrows.
Okay, I'm not even half done with the floor. Maybe about a third of everything that needs to be cleaned up off the floor is done, but I'm about as good as I'm going to get tonight. My back is hurting. I was down on my hands and knees, scrubbing some of the tougher spots out before getting out the mop, but I don't think I can finish up tonight. So I'm going to make the cats their dinner, make myself some dinner, get to bed. Now let's see, what do I want for dinner? I don't know. Does anybody know what I want for dinner? Unless it's your treat, I can't afford delivery. Actually, none of the delivery places are open right now. Such is life, such is life. Let's see. I've got some sweet peppers. I got a shit ton of mac and cheese. Got Cheerios. Ooh, I got a can of soup. That's right, I have a working microwave again. It was a week or so before that video got posted that I was just like idiot excited about getting a working microwave again. I was really proud of the first microwave I had after I moved in here. It was, I dumpster dived it. Somebody in my building just like put a microwave out by the dumpster. And I was thinking, okay, worst case scenario, I bring it upstairs to my place and it doesn't work. Then I take it right back down to the dumpster from whence it came. Best case scenario, I bring it upstairs and it works, even if just barely so. And it did. And it worked for me for a little over a year and a half. And then it started making sparks on me. Like, I don't even know from what. At first I thought, okay, maybe this glass I put in there to melt some butter was leaded. And it's making sparks because there's metal in here. But that wasn't the case. Then I thought, then it didn't make sparks for about a week, and then it went right back to making sparks every single time again. So that's when I'm like, okay, this microwave is done. I had a good run. I had a little over a year and a half on a dumpster dive microwave. I think that is, honestly, that's better than I expected. But then it took me the longest ass time to get another working one again. I found one at the Recycle Ann Arbor Reuse Center, and it was not a special offer day, like when I got my couch there, where it was 50% off the backroom furniture. I had a coupon from the recycling drop-off station that was like $5 off any purchase of $10 or more. This microwave was $12. I got it for about $8. No, $7.50. Yeah, they told me $12.50, and so I got it for $7.50. Oh shit, that's right. This needs to go to the recycling station as well. Because it is a broken vacuum. Oh, hey, that's right. I can walk through there again now. So, let's see. Black bean with vegetable. It says there's... Wait. Okay, it says a serving size is 8 ounces, but there's only 14.5 ounces in here, and it says there's about 2. I mean, it didn't say exactly 2, so I guess that's fair. But still, I think this is my only real meal for the day. I had some jerky after my doctor's appointment. That's not much in the way of being a meal, so seriously? I have to scoop it out with a spoon? Look, the reason I'm putting soup in a microwave cup is so I don't have to do all this horse shit. Okay, there we go. There's the soup spoon. Okay. Oh, right. So I'm going to be back quite a bit earlier tomorrow, and I'm thinking I might live stream again, just so I feel like I'm having company over while I'm doing all the extra cleaning that I need to do. Okay. What do you recommend for the microwave? How do you recommend microwave? Okay, directions. Heat and serve. Please do not overcook. Seriously, directions. Heat and serve. No time recommendations for the microwave. That is...
This looks much better than I expected. Okay, I will let it dry for a while, and now I want to try the stencils, probably on this dress. To work on the stencils, I will make this t-shirt.
I'm giving it about a minute and a half. Yeah, the Columbine helped Marilyn Manson's career, and you've noticed, but in recent years, he's been blaming it for his declining album sales. I'm like, seriously, hon, you milked the fuck out of that shit after it happened. And now he wants to blame it on his declining album sales. It can't have anything to do with the fact that his 15 minutes were up long ago. Okay. So, let's see. Another cat for dear. And another cat for dear. Dear. Oh, looks like everybody else is going 99. Oh, what the hell was that song from Shock Treatment? I want to sing that right now, but I don't remember all the lyrics. Ooh. Okay, so cat food. Wait, there was a bag, and it had cat food in it. Oh, right there. Oh. Yeah, I've just got the obstructive sleep apnea. In my case, it's completely structural. It's I've got a deformation in my uvula where it completely collapses in on itself, and apparently it's not supposed to. And in fact, the otolaryngologist who was diagnosing any underlying reasons I might have sleep apnea, he said in the 20 years he had been practicing at that time, it's been about 5 years since then, that he has never seen a uvula that collapses in on itself before. So, and also my tongue and the soft palate of my mouth are too big for my head. Which was no surprise to me because I don't have enough room in my mouth for all of my...
kids. Hi, Miss Phoebe. Hey, sweet girl. Hi. Yes? So this for Nigel and Miss Phoebe.
There's Murnau. And dinner for Murnau. Hey, love. Come here. Here. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Well, looks like we're done for the night, so take care, everybody, who has stuck with me until the end. All right. Bye-bye. Bats and kisses all.